Round 1, fight! Hello, everybody, and welcome again to the Movie Hero Network. This is Tournament Fights, and Tournament Fights versus number 17. Tonight, we've got an old school, cool matchup, as you could probably guess from the intro and that great Butch, Cassidy, and Sundance kid scene. We've got Robert Redford versus Paul Newman. So both those guys that have been in a few movies together, such as Butch Cassidy, but have their own little filmographies all to their own. So we're going to see which one emerges out on top. But I'm not alone for this old school, cool matchup. Jordan Anderson will be here in just a minute. So I'm just getting things going here, but I'll start bringing in our regulars here. So we'll start with Malcolm Lay. Malcolm, how's it going?
It's going good. Since I found out I was going to be on this yesterday, I've managed to get through 5 movies.
Oh wow! So he really put the hammer down and watched a lot of movies. There you go. I can convince you. I had a chance to watch none of my blind spots. I was busy with other things and work all weekend and other stuff. So I've seen a decent amount of these, though. We'll see what happens. But somebody who's probably seen more than any of us, just out of natural life on this one, Maria, how you doing?
Natural life. I'm naturally live.
Yes, right.
No, I have seen a lot of them. I tell you what, I've always said, that it's my knowledge is from, just being parked in front of a TV from the time they were more or less existed. And I love these guys. I mean, I don't love Paul as much as I do Robert. Robert was the heartthrob back in the day.
Yeah,
and, we enjoyed the Butch Cassidy scene is just hysterical. They're just so, they're so cute together. It's kind of a tragic movie, but still. Anyway, it's still nice and lovely to see him, and I can't wait to talk about him in some of the movies that I know really well, like President's Men, and those others.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if Butch Cassidy might be a favorite. We'll see how far it gets with both of them. But we've also got Chris Scott, the Casablanca Kid. What's up, buddy?
What's up, guys? Dude, I'm excited to talk about these movies. I at least got to watch one movie. I watched A Walk into the Woods, which I had never seen.
Yeah, that's a Jordan. That's a Jordan favorite, I believe, as well. So
surprised me.
Yeah,
really.
There you go. And somebody got thrown in last minute, but he's just here to have fun as usual. Richie Goodacre. What's up, Richie? And unmute yourself before I put the thing on screen.
Party animal.
Sorry, I'm muted. I muted it because the dog's whinging that I won't give her my pizza.
What's those pizza bones? I see.
There you go.
Those pizza bones. How do you manage to watch 5 movies in 24 hours, Malcolm? Your friends miss you. How's they called? He does his thing, man. The man cranks out. Have you seen those lists he posts when all the movies he watches every day? The man can crank out some movies.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, no, I would if I had any time. I had to fill in some last minute Scorsese for another show, and I'm always prepping for something or other. So it is what it is. I watch what I can.
Happens. I'm not prepping for anything at the moment because
my
usual shows on doesn't start back to the new year. So
I am on a break from Battleground, so that's helped in my prep as well. So, but I watch what I can. But yeah, how it's going to work tonight is we got tournament fights. Like I said, Jordan will be here in a minute. We'll get things started. But yeah, we got Paul Newman and Robert Redford. I've got all their movies. We put them on a wheel. I put them in a tournament bracket here, and we'll see what happens and which ones move on. The Elite 8 tonight, we'll go into a poll on this one of friends and family groups. So we'll see if some of those crossover movies or who has the most. We'll see how it goes. But it's all randomized, and and we'll go up and down the line. Even if you haven't seen it, you got to vote on one or the other. So we'll hopefully just, vote on some of the ones we've seen. The ones we haven't seen, we'll just kind of, which one sounds more interesting, however you want to vote. That's how it'll go. So we'll just have a little fun. It'll be a breezy, fun show, even if we do have some blind spots. No big deal. We're just here to talk about these two guys and how great they are. So that's how it's going to work. So we'll get this. Everybody here is a veteran of tournament fights, so no need to elaborate too much further. So I'll get the thing on screen, and we'll get things going and see what we've got. So we'll start off. We'll scroll over. We got the Great Waldo Pepper for Robert Redford and Cool Hand Luke, a favorite for Paul Newman. So we'll start with Richie down at the bottom.
Well, I haven't really heard of the Robert Redford movie there. Was that about like Red Baron or something? No. What was that?
He's a fighter pilot. Yeah, it's kind of a war movie. Yeah, it's a George Roy Hill movie. Yeah, where he's just a fighter pilot. It's one of his more kind of famous sort of earlier roles for Redford. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I know about Cool Hand Luke. My dad, kind of praises it a lot, and I need to get around to watching it.
Mhm.
So yeah, I will. I'll vote that because I think that is up my alley. So I'll go Paul Newman on this one and go Cool Hand Luke.
Yeah, sounds good, Chris.
I've never seen the Fighter Pilot movie either, and also somehow Cool Hand Luke is also a blind spot for me.
Oh, you got to get around to Cool Hand Luke's, Chris. You got to pick it up on 4K.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. God. I guess I'll go with Cool Hand Luke because that picture is pretty epic.
Yeah. No, you're making the right decision. Maria?
Well, I know both the movies. I've seen them both. The Waldo Pepper's, it's okay. But Cool Hand Luke, you can't do anything about that. I mean, iconic quotes, like, what we have here is failure to communicate.
Sure.
And he eats the eggs. And
Oh yeah.
it's a great movie. It's a great movie. It's Paul Newman. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, Paul Newman's just...
Yeah, you know how good Cool Hand Luke is? Other movies reference it, hence this clip.
What we have here is a failure to communicate.
Major pain using the Cool Hand Luke line.
I haven't seen that movie for years.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So Guns N' Roses at the beginning of that song.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Civil War.
Yep.
Well, my vote's for Cool Hand Luke if I didn't say that. I'm not sure.
No, definitely. No, for sure. Malcolm?
Yeah, I mean, but the directors of both these movies are going to show up again in this tournament. Both. But yeah, I haven't seen either of these either. Great Waldo Pepper is just one that I only found out about this week. But yeah, Cool Hand Luke is one of those ones that I've always wanted to see. Just have never got around to it, or just hasn't popped up on streaming. So Cool Hand Luke is my vote.
Yeah. Well, I probably am the big Cool Hand Luke fan on this panel. I love this movie. It was in my original top 64. It still is. Yeah, it's a movie my dad introduced me to a long time ago, and yeah, it's a great sort of. We had it in the prison tournament movie that we had because, yeah, it's kind of a chain gang, prison camp thing. But, yeah, a lot of other movies references. The Sandlot references this movie. Toy Story 3 references this movie. Yeah, like I showed you, Major Payne references this movie. It's referenced all over the place. It's a really, really fun, great sort of prison movie. And, yeah, Newman's awesome in it. So my vote's easily going to go to Cool Hand Luke on this one. I think it should be my favorite.
As you know, like I watch, when you come on stream, I sometimes have like the darts paused, and there's a player on there called Cool Hand Luke Humphrey. So
there you go. Yeah, no. See, it pops up more than you think. Yeah, there's a scene in The Sandlot. The scene in The Sandlot where the guys are like watching Wendy Peppercorn oil up and like, she don't know what she's doing. It's like, yeah, she knows exactly what she's doing. That's a Cool Hand Luke reference.
Oh.
So there's a scene in Cool Hand Luke where there's a girl sudsing up and washing her car with a hose, very sexually teasing the prisoners, and they say that line that she don't know what she's doing. Nah, she knows exactly what she's doing. Yeah, that's that scene. So yeah, there's a reference for you that I didn't get till I was older, and I watched Cool Hand Luke. But there you go. Moving on, we got Sometimes a Great Notion for Paul Newman, and we've got Pete's Dragon for Robert Redford, the remake. So there we go. Chris, I don't know how many people have seen Sometimes a Great Notion, but we'll see what happens here. Yeah,
I have never seen Sometimes a Great Notion, but I actually do really like Pete's Dragon. I think it's a good movie.
Okay, no, totally fair. Maria.
Well, I'm torn. I'm not digging Robert's later career. He seems to be making. Well, it's none of my business what he does, but he made some pretty good decisions earlier. Now he's kind of like filling in for grandkids. Like, let's get in a Disney movie and let's do this, and let's be in the adventure movie and let's do this. And
hey, he's getting
I love him.
He's getting those paychecks, Maria, to pass on.
Exactly, to pay for them grandkids. That's right.
Yeah, right.
And I don't blame him for that. But Paul Newman, that's a pretty iconic role for him, and I think. I'm going to vote for him on this one. This is really crazy because I thought I would never, vote against for Robbie, my buddy. But he's not. I'm not digging that movie that much. So okay. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah. No, totally.
I like the original Pete's Dragon. I should leave him alone, Disney.
No worries, Malcolm. Yeah.
Yeah. I like Pete's Dragon enough. I think it was a pretty I actually think it was a pretty good remake, just because I wasn't really that high on the original Pete's Dragon. But I haven't seen Sometimes a Great Notion, but I read the synopsis, and it sounds really interesting. It sounds like something I'd enjoy, so I'm going to go Sometimes a Great Notion.
Yeah, I thought the Pete's Dragon remake was okay for what it was. I mean, I like the cast, but yeah, I kind of prefer the animated one as well. And while I haven't seen Sometimes a Great Notion, I was looking into it before the show, and yeah, it's directed by Paul Newman, which is interesting, one of his directorial efforts. And yeah, it's kind of this little story about a family just trying to keep their logging business afloat. So that sounds all right. Yeah, and Henry Fonda's in it too, and I like Henry Fonda from like Easy Rider and stuff in the same year as that. So yeah, I'll go Sometimes a Great Notion as well.
You mean Peter or Henry?
Oh yeah, Henry. I'm sorry, Henry.
I don't think Henry would stick in the mud.
No, I forgot. No, Henry Fonda is the one who would go on to do the couple movie, the On Golden Pond. That's right.
Yeah. Because he got two different guys there, and I don't think Henry would be down for that marijuana.
Yeah, no. He might be. You never know.
Oh yeah. I don't know. He seemed very strict to me.
Yeah, Richie.
If you want to do another old school tournament, you could do a Fonda versus Fonda thing or something.
Yeah, that might be another blind spot tournament though, where a lot of people haven't seen.
I know, but you could like maybe to like be more modern, you put Bridget Fonda in there, but still, I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Like placid and single white female. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't seen Sometimes Great. I know of it though. Yeah, I beat Dragon. It's all right. It's, probably one of the better Disney remakes, but that says a lot when I think it's all right. It's one of the better ones.
Yeah, right.
So I'll go Pete's Dragon.
Okay, he's just in time to vote on this one if he wants to. Although I don't think he's seen Sometimes a Great Notion. Have you, Jordan? Right.
No, I've never heard of that.
Well, you've seen Pete's Dragon, probably, right?
Yeah, but yeah, sorry guys, I was a little delayed at work, but I'm here, and yeah, it's gonna be a Pete's Dragon. I've only seen it the one time, so I mean, I thought that for a Disney remake, it was actually pretty good. I mean, I liked it. It's got Bryce Dallas Howard, right, and Robert Redford, I think, in it. Yeah, and
the fight's here.
And it's pretty good because I feel like it's one. It's one of the live action ones that people forget about that like it even exists sometimes. So, but it is decent. So I'll go Pete's Dragon.
Well, oddly enough, you weren't here for the votes, Jordan, but Sometimes a Great Notion won 4-2. So
really?
Even on most people have not seen it. So yeah, I mean, sometimes if the other movie's not that great and the other one sounds okay, that's how it's gonna go. So yeah.
What were the matches that I missed?
Just one. Cool Hand Luke beat Waldo Pepper, which you would probably agree with as well.
Oh yeah,
Luke is awesome.
Cool Hand Luke is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So it made it through pretty easily. But we'll go down to Truth, where Robert Redford plays a recent one where he plays Dan Rather, and the Drowning Pool with Paul.
Oh man,
the band.
The band. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Yeah.
Paul Newman.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to use that as your logic, Richie, when we get to you can certainly do that. But Maria, we'll go to you first.
I think the Drowning Pool would. I haven't seen Truth. I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
I didn't even know it existed, so they must not be doing a great job of marketing that thing. It sounds like my jam, Dan Rather. I guess I'll vote for the Drowning Pool because I just think he did so many great roles that were so underlooked. I mean, not looked over very well, and I promote it, so maybe somebody will take a chance on it. So.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think? I was just going to say the Drowning Pool. The synopsis is that there's a private investigator who goes to Louisiana to help an old girlfriend who's worried about her husband cheating on her. So I don't know. There you go.
Yeah.
If that interests you at all.
Hilarity ensues.
Yeah,
Not
right?
really.
Yeah.
Hijinks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Malcolm.
So yeah. When Jordan asked me to be on this yesterday, Truth was one of the movies that I had randomly hide out from a library once. But then when I went to watch it, I found that DVD case was still locked, so I couldn't open it to watch it. So.
Oh, geez.
And yeah,
Someone's
I do
getting
like.
fired at the library.
yeah, I do like the sound of the drowning pool. It sounds interesting, but just because I was literally an inch of plastic away from watching Truth, I'll go Truth.
Okay, sounds good.
No. Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. Truth. I've seen pieces of it. I think it came on like HBO one time when I was in a hotel room or something, and I was like, oh, it's Robert Redford playing Dan Rather. That's interesting, but it wasn't as good of a journalism movie as another movie on this list, aka All the President's Men. So I
think
wasn't
it's
as
awesome.
into it. But so in this one, I'm more likely to watch Paul Newman movies more than Robert Redford. I know I'm kind of the opposite of Maria, just because I love Newman. But it's really cool if you're more of a Redford. I totally get it. But if I had to pick
He's
two
hot.
blind spots, hey,
He
they're
was
both
hot.
they're both very very handsome gentlemen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, very.
Very much.
No, I advocated for Paul Newman on a. I think Malcolm remembers. I advocated for Paul Newman to play Captain America if you recasted like some classic actors to play like comic book roles.
Oh yeah, there you
Newman
go.
to be Captain America. Yeah,
He probably, he'd ace that. Yeah.
So I'll go Drowning Pool here because I'm more likely to watch that one all the way through.
Yeah, so I've been into this just to tell you how this all fits in. But I've been into the Google's version of ChatGPT. It's called Bard, and it's kind of interesting. You can have like these fun little conversations with them. Like so I went to it and I'm like, so I only have time to watch 2 movies. Give me the like top 5 from each of these actors, and it gives you like a whole thing, like you're having a conversation. This one's an exciting action packed one. This one's a little slower paced one, and it tells you what it's about. And then it'll ask you like what kind of movies are you into? Like you're into this kind or into that kind. So you just give it all your preferences, and it kind of tailors it more to you, which is kind of cool. So one of the ones that suggested it did talk about the drowning pool. They said it's a very kind of slow, like slow burn one though. But it is like if you like a really good slow burn, it was saying it was really good though for a slow burn. But Truth just seems a little more up my alley. I just like the cast. I mean, you throw in Cate Blanchett and Dennis Quaid, Bruce Greenwood, Elizabeth Moss. I mean, so yeah, they're all pretty good. Also, Topher Grace. I don't know if he's not really a selling point for me, but the rest of them are. So yeah, I'll probably go Truth. I think because I mean I grew up with Dan Rather on the news, so yeah.
Yeah. All right, Richie.
Drowning Pool is an American rock band formed in Dallas, Texas in 1996.
Yeah.
The band was named after the 1975 film The Drowning Pool. So there you go.
Oh, really? It was nice.
Nice.
So the band's big fans of that. Does that influence your vote, Richie?
Yeah.
Absolutely. The Drowning Pool. There you go.
Okay. There you go. All right. Cool.
Sure.
Because Bodies is a great song that they played a lot for wrestling events back in the early 2000s.
Yeah. Right.
That's the theme song. Yes.
Yeah.
And Chris.
You know what? Based on that fact, I kind of want to choose Drowning Pool. Because I actually did get to meet the lead singer after, of course, that the original lead singer died. But yeah, I got to meet the whole band. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Drowning Pool.
All right, somebody re-edit.
I didn't know that.
Somebody re-edit the trailer for the Drowning Pool with the Drowning Pool song.
Yeah, right.
That's somebody on YouTube do that. I will play it.
Totally different.
There's a YouTube video like from ages ago, like years ago. But there's a parrot that learned how to sing.
Really?
Nothing from my way.
So funny. That's awesome.
We got Malcolm's favorite movie, The Horse Whisperer,
Oh, nice.
against Downhill Racer, which I believe is a Robert Redford movie as well.
I would have watched The Horse Whisperer for this, but I don't have a spare week.
Yeah, right.
That means I get to do my bit again throughout the show about movies that are shorter than The Horse Whisperer.
Well, I'll tell you that I actually tried to watch one movie for this, and I realized it was longer than The Horse Whisperer, and I couldn't finish it.
Yeah.
So
because we did that bit for a while where I was like, this movie's shorter than The Horse Whisperer.
Yeah.
and I'm going to do that throughout the movie again, or throughout the show again. I want to do that because that was fun. Malcolm, go ahead. Tell us why you love The Horse Whisperer, why you're voting for it.
I mean, it's simply because just I haven't seen Downhill Race. But it's actually not my favorite movie that's on this list. There's actually another one that I have seen that I like better. But I mean, it's one of those ones like I just I'm a like if you know me, like I'm a big fan of dramas in general, and
Well, downhill skier is what it says.
Downhill racer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just find it really interesting, and I think it's a good story. And I haven't seen Downhill Racer. It sounds interesting, but I'm going to vote Horse Whisperer.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Austin.
The Horse Whisperer is longer than the extended cut of Aliens. Just throwing it out there.
Oh my god.
Downhill Racer, I'm sold on two things. The fact that it's Robert, it is a sports movie, and I do like sports movie, but it's also Robert Redford's coach in that movie is Gene Hackman. So you throw
And
Gene
they
Hackman in
fight.
there.
And
Yeah,
it's
and them
awesome.
fighting a lot sounds great, and I love Gene
It's a
Hackman.
great movie.
I want to fill in my Gene Hackman gaps on a lot of his filmography, so I'm more likely to watch a Gene Hackman movie, actually. That's my thing. And The Horse Whisperer is also longer than 2001: A Space Odyssey. Jordan?
Yeah.
Written by that hack, Nicholas Sparks.
Yeah, the Horse Whisperer just like it doesn't really sound like my type of thing. It just I don't know. It sounds kind of slow, kind of like not my alley. I've never seen Downhill Racer, but I mean, skiing can be action packed if it's done right. I mean, it can be fun. So, yeah, I'll go Downhill Racer. Yeah.
All right.
So, Richie, what do you say?
I probably tried to watch Horse Whisperer when I was a kid, but there's no way I'm watching a near 3 hour movie at that when I had that much attention span, let alone now when I definitely do have ADHD.
All you have to do is say, Richie, a Horse Whisperer is longer than Avengers: Infinity War.
Oh yeah. I'm more of a Black Beauty guy. You know, But Downhill Racer, I hadn't heard of it until now, but it sounds awesome. I want to seek it out, so I'll go Downhill Racer.
Okay, Chris.
I'm gonna go with Downhill Racer. Now that I especially know those two are involved, it's an easy vote for me.
Yeah, for sure. Maria.
Nicholas Sparks is the author of The Horse Whisperer. This movie has nothing to do with that book, because the book ends with the young horse whisperer getting killed by the horse.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the movie, they made it very nice and tidy, and Robert Redford lives to bore us another day. So, yeah, I don't like that.
So what you're saying is they should release an extended cut of the horse.
Yeah, really, they should. They should have just followed the book. I mean, I don't like Nicholas Sparks anyway, but a romance turned into something totally different just because they want to make him look good at the end. I don't get it. But the Downhill Racer, I mean, Gene Hackman and him fight, and it is tense, and it's a really neat end. So it's really, I could recommend that all day. So Downhill Racer for me, please.
All right, Downhill Racer moves on from the movie that is exactly the same length, minute for minute, as Saving Private Ryan.
Jesus.
Very good. You got that down, don't you?
I'm going to do that. I'm just going to look at my collection and look up. So Paul Newman in Nobody's Fool.
Do we really have to vote on this?
Yeah, do we have to vote on this?
The Sting, all right.
The Sting is going to win. I mean, there's no way.
Yeah, the Sting is awesome. No, I mean, we'll talk about it later.
One of the best movies I've ever seen.
Both the guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's great.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've not seen either of them. Anyway.
I've seen Nobody's Fool. I do like that movie, but
Recycle
it's Sting.
It's the Sting.
The Sting is incredible.
The Sting is just too good.
Nobody's Fool is almost like a romance, kind of like just
Yeah.
I don't know, kind of slow moving kind of one.
All right, so recent one for
very
Redford.
heartwarming.
The Company You Keep with him and Shia LaBeouf, and
it looks like Miles Teller for a second.
No, it's Shia LaBeouf actually. Yeah.
Wow.
And we got A Bridge Too Far, the war movie with Robert Redford. So
with a lot of writing on the poster.
Yeah, lots of writing. That's because
what is
back
all
in the
that?
day, they listed like all of the cast and credits on there, and
Jeez,
then
weird.
Literally every
Get that
person's
off
in
of
the
there.
movie, including Gene Hackman, Ryan O'Neal,
Yeah, it's a step cast.
James Caan, Sean Connery, a lot of people. Yeah. Anthony Hopkins, hell of a cast. But then,
although Company Keeps got a lot of people in the poster.
Yeah, but it's Robert Redford, Shia LaBeouf, Julie Christie, Sam Elliott, Jackie Evancho, Brendan Gleeson, Terrence Howard, Richard Jenkins, Anna Kendrick.
They both did it. Yeah, it's weird.
Stanley Tucci, Nick Nolte, Chris Cooper, Susan Sarandon. So stack cast for both. To be fair.
What a coincidence! We got a new one and an old one that both did it.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm up first. Yeah, I haven't seen The Company You Keep. I think I vaguely heard of it, but I have seen A Bridge Too Far. My dad introduced a lot of these old war movies to me when I was younger, so I've seen a bunch of these old war movies, and I like them all. They have a good vibe. Yeah, every single one of them back in the day had like insane casts of like dozens of people that you always knew. Yeah,
The Longest Day and all that.
Oh yeah, all that
God,
stuff. So this is a good
40
one.
people.
Not one of the great ones of all time, but still a really good one. So I'd rather watch an old war movie than that. So yeah, Jordan.
Yeah, an old war movie with Sean Connery. Yeah, sign me up. Like, and Michael Caine and Anthony Hopkins. Yeah, and Robert Redford. I mean, all those guys.
Yeah.
Gene Hackman, James Caan. I mean, those are all like legends. That whole list. So yeah. And I've never seen either one though. Like, I'm gonna have a lot of blind spots. I've only seen like half of this list, but yeah. I'll go with A Bridge Too Far. I don't know what The Company You Keep is. I mean, I vaguely heard of it, but and I like Shia LaBeouf. I mean, he's usually good, but I mean, I'll go with A Bridge Too Far.
Hey, you know another bridge war movie that's really good? Bridge on the River Kwai. You know what it has going for it as well? It's 8 minutes shorter than The Horse Whisperer.
Yep, that's it.
Good job.
Only 8. That's it.
Only 8. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if it was something else, and but because it's 8 minutes shorter, no.
Yeah. Richie.
Hey, Richie.
I this off topic for a bit. I finally got my hands on some Prime, and I'm not going to be a corporate shill, but it's fucking great.
Oh, nice.
Prime is pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, say what you want. Prime is good. The energy drinks are good. The regular drinks are good. It's pretty good.
Logan Paul, you might have tried to scam people in a crypto scam. You might have filmed people in a suicide forest. But you know what? You're a good wrestler, and you're
good beverages.
Drink. So you got to take the good.
Well, the moral of the story is, Richie, stick to legitimate businesses that you're good at, which is Prime. Prime is a legitimate business that is a good product, and it's good. Stick to legitimate shit. Get out of that crypto crap.
And also, too,
making money.
Prime is all natural energy. Like, it doesn't have any caffeine. Because I did a snack review on like the glow in the dark one that they had, and my buddy Mark did it, and we were looking for like where's the caffeine? Oh, there's no caffeine. It's all natural. I mean, there's all of them are like that. So.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. But anyway, back to the. I haven't seen The Company Keep. I swear, like Shia LaBeouf does kind of look like Miles Teller. I'm not gonna lie, he does. But yeah, I don't know. I might watch it sometime. It has a sort of the same vibe as I don't know if you've seen like that Ben Affleck movie. Is it The Company Men? It sort of just has that sort of vibe.
Oh yeah.
I know. I sort of grown to like the sort of old war movies as well. I only saw Bridge of the Kwai maybe 8 months ago. That's really good. So this will probably be up my alley. And on the Gene Hackman, Redford. So I'll go. Yeah, I'll do that one.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Chris.
Yeah.
I'll definitely go A Bridge Too Far. I really like that movie a lot.
Okay. Yeah, fair. Maria.
Well, The Company You Keep is like the intellectuals' sneakers, because basically Robert Redford plays the Weather Underground person from the past, and this guy uncovers him, and he has to run. He's trying to run to not get caught and get prosecuted for all the crimes back in the day when they were doing that kind of crap.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, well, sneakers is more fun.
Yeah.
Why did you have to redo it?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
anyway, I think I'd go for The Bridge Too Far, because I didn't like The Company You Keep. I thought it was kind of silly. So.
Fair enough. Malcolm.
A Bridge Too Far, only 5 minutes longer than The Horse Whisperer.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I haven't seen either of these. I'm not the biggest war movies guy. I'll probably check out Bridge Too Far at some stage. But The Company You Keep sounds really interesting to me. Like, I kind of like those kind of manhunt movies. So yeah.
No, fair enough. Yeah, but
Malcolm likes peace and not war.
Yeah, he's a peace man. No war. Make love, not peace. All right, Paris Blues with Paul Newman.
And Sneakers.
And Sneakers, which you just mentioned. All right.
Oh my
Already
gosh.
can. Love sneakers.
Well, you know what? Just because of recycling abilities, let's just move Sneakers on, and we'll move on.
Yeah.
Just save some
Yeah.
time.
Because
Hey,
what is
look,
Paris
hey,
Blues?
I mean, look at that cast: fucking Redford, Aykroyd, Kingsley, Mary McDonald,
Yeah.
River Phoenix, Sidney Poitier, David Strathern.
Well,
Fuck
Sidney
yeah, let's
Poitier
go.
was really
That's a
good.
good cast. Yeah, I would have voted for it on the
How's
cast.
Let's
they
go
getting
for it
so far
anyways.
down?
Yeah. Well, I think the Newman one's a musical anyway. So,
Yeah,
whatever.
it's,
Whatever. All right.
Yeah.
Elvis Trump, all
But
that crap.
I watched Sneakers on
All
a
is
date.
lost. Okay. Anyway,
Is anyone voting against cars this
Hold
time?
on. Let Jordan say
against cars.
Oh yeah, so I was gonna say that I watched Sneakers on a date, and I don't know what it was, but the girl broke up with me afterwards. So maybe I was getting a little too cuddly during the date. I don't know what it was, but yeah. So
Hey,
kind of gives me a bad taste, but it's
all
fine.
right.
It's good.
Hey, two movies a lot of people have seen. So, Cars and All Is Lost. Jordan, did you watch All Is Lost finally? God damn it, I've been telling you to watch that movie.
No, because I watched 3 other
Damn it.
movies for this.
Damn it!
So
I told you to watch that movie.
All Those Lost wasn't one of the Bard the AI recommended to me.
Oh, whatever. I recommended it to you, and you know me. I'm not AI, or
Yeah,
am I?
It's a bad it's a bad sign for the future when you're listening to the what the overlord
The overlords before us, before your friends. Yeah.
Well, the movies
Yeah.
that they recommended though were all good though. So I mean, but I'm still gonna vote for All Is Lost because I can't stand Cars. I don't like any of them. The third one's okay, but I mean, I just don't like the first two at all. So they're not for me. They're to sell merchandise. That's what those movies are for. So, and All Is Lost looks really good. I'll eventually get to it. You should have reminded me again because you were telling me to watch it like way back when, but you didn't say anything this time. So sorry, I forgot. But yeah, but also vote All Is Lost though.
Okay. Yeah, Richie.
Yeah, I don't know if you caught it, but Crystal said, "Is anyone really going to vote against Cars?" Yes, I think most of the panel.
Yeah. Oh, he said against Cars. Yeah, Cars.
Because Cars is one of the weaker franchises in Pixar, and that's even including what Pixar's not really hitting at all.
Ciao.
And Pixar's not really hitting at all firing all cylinders now, and it's still one of the weaker franchises. I think like Cars 1's fine, but yeah, it is just sort of they do rely on Lightning McQueen and whatever the
Mater
merchandise, and then
Mater.
who should have just stayed a side character, and then they realized that the third one, and All Is Lost. I get around to it. It's good, so I'll go All Is Lost because Cars is.
Yeah. Chris?
Well, then I'm going to be the only vote for Cars because I really like that movie and I really like that series. So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Go eat rocks or something.
Yeah. You'll be on an island by yourself. Yeah.
Yep, I will. All on my own.
No, you won't. I'm with you.
Okay. You got.
I like Cars. I took the kids to see Cars. I thought it was pretty funny. The first one, I don't have any problem with it. It doesn't make me crazy. There are some Disney properties that make me crazy, but that's not one of them. So I'm going to vote for Cars.
If I have to hear Life is a Highway one more time, and I'm going to blow my brain.
Life is a highway.
No,
I'm going to ride it all night long.
No.
No, please, gosh, no.
Rascal Flats will come after this channel.
Yeah, my ex-fiance was like obsessed.
Copyright strike.
So.
Yeah.
But anyways, Malcolm, what did you say?
Yeah, Cars is just not good. I've lost count. All Is Lost has come up a few times this year alone because it was on at least 2 letter series. It made it out of whatever year it first appeared into another. And I don't know if it's appeared any other times. Maybe when you did like that disaster movie or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we did it on like the nature disaster movie thing. I threw it in there. Yeah, because it's kind of like that. It's a survival nature kind of movie. Yeah.
Yeah. So Jordan's had a few times to watch it this year. So
yes, I have multiple times. Yes.
There's too many other things to watch. Sorry.
But yeah, All Is Lost is great. It's one of those ones that like, but it's got barely any dialogue in it, and it's just one of those ones like you can just get lost in watching the movie and being pulled down the whole time. So I'm gonna go All Is Lost.
Yeah, no surprise here. I've been the big champion of this movie. Yeah, every time it's come up, I think this is a great survival movie, and literally a one-man performance from Redford. Yeah, and he's really, really good. Yeah, he doesn't say much, but you're really following his character and rooting for him. And yeah, it's just a good survival movie. Yeah, to see all the stuff he's got to overcome and survive on the ocean. And the ocean, by the way, is really scary. Might be the scariest thing on earth. It's really scary. Like deep ocean. Yeah, like. Oh my God, ridiculous! But yes, so I'll go all as well. So yeah, we'll get that.
Was Cars Paul Newman's last movie?
Yes, it was his last movie.
Oh
Yes.
no, that's unfortunate.
Yeah,
I think
so just voice
scuba diving in the Caribbean in January, and like I'm a little like nervous about it because I don't know what's down there.
Yeah, that's why it's scary. You don't know what the hell is under you most of the time. Yeah.
Right.
So we got The Hustler with Paul Newman, and we got Spy Game with Brad Pitt and Robert Redford.
Pretty good matchup.
Do you think there's any chance?
Richie, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. At least most people have heard of both of these. So yeah, Richie.
Yeah.
Spy Game is okay. It's decent. I remember watching it way back in the day because I think I got a preview copy of it when he was ran a video store. It's all right. It's pretty good. The Hustler though, I think The Hustler is a better movie though. So I'll go The Hustler.
So do most people.
Chris.
The Hustler's good, but I feel like I kind of what is it? The Color of Money. I don't know why those two movies in the same
universe,
same universe.
Which is the one with Tom Cruise? Is that The Hustler?
No, that's The Color
of Money. This is Jackie Gleason.
Color of Money.
Yeah. The Hustler was 61. It's very early Newman.
Okay, yes.
Newman. Well, yes, he's playing the same character in The Color of Money. Yes, he's playing the same.
Okay, so it is kind of his character later on. That's what I thought.
Yes.
Okay. You know what? I really like that character. I think it's pretty cool. So I'll go with The Hustler.
Yeah.
Maria.
Well, Spy Game is. I always had a bet about Spy Game that somebody put a picture of Pitt and next to Redford and thought they looked alike, and so they decided they had to make a movie. So they, basically, two of them saying, "Look, it's okay. It's not the greatest spy movie ever made." Hustler though is iconic. I mean, it's been around forever, and it's still a good movie. It's still, I think, kind of relevant in some of the things. So anyway, I'm going to vote for The Hustler.
Okay.
Yeah.
Malcolm.
Malcolm.
Interesting fact I found out when looking it up. The real life boxer Jake LaMotta was in The Hustler.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Bartender. It's also got the mother from Carrie in it, Piper Laurie as well. But I haven't seen either of these. The Hustler does sound interesting. I've actually seen the sequel of it. But if I'm going to go to what I'd probably watch first, it'll probably be Spy Game.
Okay.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, Spy Game is okay. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I have a feeling even if I rewatched it, it wouldn't do a lot for me. I've loved The Hustle ever since I saw it about 20 years ago. I love this movie. Yeah, and if you haven't seen Jackie Gleason outside of The Honeymooners, watch this movie. He's amazing.
He's a really good dramatic actor.
Really charismatic. Yeah, it's a really fun. This almost a sports movie because it's a billiards movie.
Yeah.
But it's just them going back and forth. But it's really, really good. Yeah, I highly recommend it. I think this one should be a favorite. So I'm easily voting The Hustler. And speaking of spies, The Horse Whisperer is 6 minutes longer than Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. Just putting it
Oh my
gosh.
I like where you're going with this. It's very good.
I'm just doing my best to tie in little things here and there. So
I reckon it'll probably be longer than Part 2. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it might be. Jordan.
Yeah, so I have seen The Hustler. I have not seen Spy Game. So, The Hustler is like what kind of like I feel like made look cool, and people are like in these bars with like cigars and like their whiskey and their like cool and all that stuff, and they kind of bring some like tension and some interesting stuff to it. I think it's a lot of fun. Also, did you go watch the trailer for The Hustler? One of the weirdest trailers I've ever seen in my life. Like I just had like a really weird marketing campaign. But
I'm sure you could find a better, like when they make those fan trailers, you could probably find a better like fan trailer for The Hustle or something. Yeah, because
it has a bunch of weird kind of like erratic shots and then a bunch of weird graphics popping with loud noises, and I'm just like, what is this? but Spy Game, I mean, the cast looks good, but I haven't seen it, and The Hustler's awesome, so I'll go with The Hustler.
All right, so Hustler, and we're down to Barefoot in the Park.
I love that movie.
And Ombre, Western with Paul Newman. So, all right,
idea.
I'll go to Chris.
I got no idea.
So it looks like a nice singing, dancing movie versus a Western. We'll just keep it at that.
They don't sing or dance. They don't sing or dance. Neil Young.
Then why is it marketed like that, Maria? Look at that
Yeah,
poster.
Well, they do it. There's a mime in the park, but I mean, it's they get drunk at one point, and he's walking around the park without his shoes on, and it's winter, so
like getting drunk in the park.
Yeah.
You know what? The Western looks more interesting to me. I haven't seen it, but Paul Newman's badass, so.
Yeah.
Maria.
Barefoot in the Park is one of my all-time favorites. That the dialogue is snappy. It's him. Jane Fonda is his new. They just get married at the start of the movie, and then they have problems and so forth. But it's Neil. It's just very quick fire repartee and just funny. And her mother is hypochondriac, and they live in this teeny tiny apartment, and the phone guy comes, and he's always there when they're arguing, and he wants to get out of there really quick, and he's always trying to it's really, really funny. I mean, it really is, and it's definitely worth a watch. And they aren't dancing, there's no dancing or singing in it. I mean, there's the theme song, Barefoot in the Park, but that's played over the credits and so forth, so yeah, none of that stuff. It's good.
That
It's really
sounds like
good.
someone I probably like then. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Malcolm.
Yeah, apparently the tagline for Ombre was "Ombre means man. Paul Newman is Ombre."
Okay.
It's essentially what the poster is on Letterboxd too. I don't know if you can see it.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't seen either of these. I'm not big on Western. Ombre is one of those ones I've not really heard of that much. But Maria actually sold me in Barefoot in the Park. It sounds like it's going to be up my alley.
It's delightful. You'll love it.
I'm going to go
really
Barefoot in the Park.
Yeah. Well, the movies that sound delightful are usually not my bag, so I'm going to go with...
I think you'd like it too, Austin. I really do.
No, I don't like delightful movies. I like dark, gritty movies. That's what I like.
I guess you could go there with this, but that'd be kind of weird.
No, because it matches my life. So yeah, I like to be down in the dumps. So no, but I'm more of a Western guy. As anybody knows, yeah, I mean, I love Westerns, and yeah, I have seen Ombre. It's pretty good. It's not as gritty and dirty and stuff as like the Eastwood Westerns of the 60s, but still all right. Yeah, the same director, Martin Ritt, did another Western that'll be on called HUD. It's pretty good too. That'll be on this list. But
it's Neil Simon, not Neil Young. I said Neil Young. That's a singer.
I was like,
sorry about that.
Singing the song, like
Neil Simon. I lost my mind.
Yeah.
Hold on.
But,
now that make more sense because he's very witty.
Yeah, I'm a Western guy, so I'm definitely going on Ombre here.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Well, that's why you're more of a DC guy, Austin, because it's darker and it's grittier.
That's right. Why can't we have
You
our
never get it right.
DC
Only
movies?
a couple times.
Stop making it like Marvel. I don't want these shitty, happy Marvel movies. I want my dark movies.
Yeah.
No.
But also in the chat, Leo Logan says Ombre was also based on a novel by Elmore Leonard. So yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, but
just
but
like Battlefield Earth. Yeah, it's great.
But do you remember somebody at a comic book convention tried to sell me that book, like really got really pushy with me at a booth and was like trying to sell it to me. I'm like no. They almost gave it to me for free because they wanted me to buy other stuff. Like, if we give it to you for free, will you buy this? I'm like, no, sorry. But I remember the alternate logo for Barefoot in the park, just having a lot of kind of swivelly kind of little do things, and in it it's kind of like a more like one that I remember at least. But that's the only thing that I know about it. But you did a good job selling it, Maria. I think that
it's really good.
Actually,
it really is.
That sounds really good, and like a.
Oh, there's hilarious. I mean, it's just the whole time. It's just really, really funny.
Yeah, it sounds like a fun kind of rom-com kind of thing, and yeah, I think I would probably dig it. So I'll go Barefoot in the Park. Yeah.
I'd love for you
not right now. We got to finish up tournament fights, Richard.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And
See you guys.
At nighttime over there, you'll get fucking murdered.
Yeah.
Actually, I have my shoes off under the desk. I'm not going to show my feet, but I am barefoot.
Well, I'm not barefoot in the park.
For those put
Redford in the studio.
Put your feet on Wiki Feet or whatever the fuck that.
Yeah, right. Ugh. Nobody wants to see that. I'm sorry.
I feel like
might.
I feel like these posters are kind of like they represent like those outdated gender stereotypes because like it just if you look at them, just glance at them, it's like for him and for her. One's got pink writing and very very happy.
The other one's got guns and like action.
Yeah,
that's right.
But yeah, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go the obvious and go manly. So I like westerns, and I might watch Barefoot in the Park.
Well, Paul Newman is hombre.
Yeah, he is. He certainly is.
Somebody said that.
So we have our first tie, but Richie down at the bottom, you got the tiebreaker. So I'm assuming you're going to stick with the manly hombre.
Oh, don't ruin my. Oh, that's so unfair for that poor movie. It's really good though. You guys try it. I mean, I think you'd really like it.
We got Butch Cassidy
in the park.
So there we go. We got what I played at the beginning of Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid and the Hot Rock. So Butch Cassidy moves on, and
there's no comparison.
No, Butch Cassidy rules. This movie's awesome.
Such an amazing movie.
Well,
yeah.
But yeah, I was just saying that I watched it for the first time for this because I'd never seen it before. That movie blew me away. That movie was freaking incredible. I feel like I was watching like an all-time like masterpiece watching that thing.
And you could just, I mean, the thing is, while you're watching it and you really are enjoying it, there's also some, you kind of feel a bit of sadness because this ain't gonna go well because these guys are really naive about what's really going on, and people looking for them and all that stuff. They think that's gonna be no big deal. It turns out to be a big deal.
When they get and stuff, like it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
No, well, and it's good, Jordan, because the guy who directed it, George Roy Hill, who directed Butch Cassidy, also did The Sting. He did make their two best movies.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he made some great stuff with both those guys.
I think he must have liked him a lot.
So we got Absence of Malice with Paul Newman and Sally Field.
I've seen that.
Again, that's another poster, Richie, we talked about. They got like a whole synopsis on the poster. What the hell's going on there?
Yeah, right.
Suppose you picked up the morning's newspaper. Your life was front page headlines. And now, Jesus Christ.
Be guilty until proven innocent.
Against the Long Hot Summer, which is the same director as Ombre. Actually, I looked it up. A lot of these guys worked with the same people over and over again. So, I guess if you want to know the synopsis of Absence of Malice, you just read the poster. So there you go. But all right, we'll go to. I know we don't know much about either one, but Maria, you go ahead.
I do. The Absence of Malice is basically Paul Newman is a famous person, and Sally Field writes a story about him, but because malice can't be proved in the court, it's an ongoing court thing. She really maligns him inadvertently, and he can't win because they're saying it's absent malice. But anyway, as long as it's more twists and turns than that, it's kind of interesting. They don't have any chemistry. So I can't believe it, but yeah, that's not one I would go for a romantic type thing because they're like, ugh.
Well, Austin loves malice, so he wouldn't go for an absence of it. Right?
Yeah.
And the Long Hot Summer is just like all these other kind of things where they, it's just supposed to be, a charged hot summer and blah blah blah. If I had to pick between the two of them, I'd go the Long Hot Summer because I really didn't think Absence of Malice was very good. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
is that the prequel to a wet? Is that a prequel to Wet Hot American Summer?
Not.
Yeah.
Because these people have dignity.
Yeah. But, Malcolm.
Yeah, Malcolm.
Yeah, this is actually tough because both these movies sound actually really interesting to me. But I think I'm going to slightly go Absence of Malice. I think that's the one I'm probably going to check out first.
You should probably check it out, yeah, definitely. But
yeah.
It's more behind than the other one.
Yeah, I the reason I will vote for Absence of Malice is more so the director. It's Sidney Pollack, who directed a lot of movies on this list as well. He did Jeremiah Johnson, 3 Days of the Condor, which I just watched and I loved. He did Tootsie out of Africa. So he's a good director, and I like his movies, what I've seen so far. And The Firm, which I watched recently. I'm more likely just because of the director, really. So I'll go Absence of Malice.
Yeah. I'm probably the same way, and just because of the director, and then also, the casting's pretty interesting. I mean, Sally Field, Wilford Brimley is in it, Bob Balaban, a couple recognizable names. So it sounds a little more interesting. I'm probably not high on either of them, but but that one sounds a little better. So I'll go with Absence and Malice.
All right. Oh, and the mom from A Christmas Story, Melinda Dillon.
Oh, nice.
Who's in another Paul Newman movie on this list? She's in Slapshot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, I'll probably go Absence and Malice as well. Just because, I mean, out of the two, I've heard of Absence and Malice, and also, I like Sally Field and I like the director of it. So.
You like her? You really, really like her?
I do.
Yeah. I set you up for that. There you go. But yeah, so yeah, I'll go Absence and Malice.
Yeah. And Chris.
Trying to think which one sounds remotely more interesting to me. I mean,
they're not the two of the best ones, but they're not horrible either, really.
Yeah, you know what? Just because actually, based on your description, the fact that they don't really have any chemistry and it's just all right, I'm gonna go with Long Hot Summer.
Okay. Yeah, but I think Absence and Malice actually wins.
Yeah.
But speaking of Sally Field, The Horse Whisperer is 19 minutes longer than Lincoln with Sally Field.
Jesus.
He and I share a birthday, but not a birth year. Thank God.
We got All the President's Men against the Young Philadelphians. So this one, All the President's Men is going to win.
All the President's Men is definitely
All the President's Men. No, I actually say I didn't even watch it for this tournament. I just watched it actually a few weeks ago, just because of my 70s kick I've been on. Yeah, I finally got around to it. Yeah, it's really
Such an amazing movie.
If you want
to tense. It makes you tense. You're like, well, I know what's going to happen, but I'm still tense.
Yeah. If you want to see like the most accurate depiction of just journalists like doing their thing, like watch this movie. It's really good.
And also, if you watch some of like the behind the scenes, they recreated that like newsroom almost like exactly how it looks in real life. Like,
the Washington Post.
But I watched this for the first time today, so
nice.
It's good.
Yeah, you can talk about it. You can talk about it for a second before we move on. Yeah, but it's going to move on anyways. But yeah, you can talk about it for a second. Go ahead.
Well, I don't have a whole lot to say on it. Just that that's like probably like the most.
People might not know it's the Watergate.
Yeah, the whole Watergate
break-in. They blew that story open and got Richard Nixon out of office.
What's the guy with like the really weird name that like helps him out? I can't remember the guy, but
you mean Deep Throat?
Yeah, Deep Throat. There you go. Yeah.
He turned out to be an FBI agent. Now that we know, thousands years later.
But
Deep Throat.
But like, really like some of the like. Yeah, right.
Not that Deep Throat.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
He meets him in a parking garage and gives him information, but he doesn't ever, give him enough. They get the clues, and then they are sent out into the world to find it, and it's sometimes very hard. I think it's great.
That sounds like a whole different movie. He goes to a garage and somebody gives him Deep Throat.
Yeah, right. Totally different. Yeah.
No. Nothing like that going on.
Dark version.
It's probably the porno version.
It has absolutely no romance in it whatsoever. I mean, you wouldn't want it. I mean, it's too good of a story on its own. Yeah,
a little sad.
But the movie's very well directed, though. Like if you watch some of the just like the little scenes and the way the sound design is too, you'll have phones going off in the background. You have jets flying overhead. You can hear different things happening, and then just like some of the just like shots of them just kind of just in the office just typing away, like even like the very end shot. It's not a spoiler, but
they're
like them just like typing. You can hear the like clicking really loud. You can tell that like this president is screwed. He's screwed over, and just gives you that whole entire feeling. It like in the best way possible. So yeah, I'll vote All the President's Men.
No, totally. Yeah, no. Some of these would be a little more obvious. We'll just go with the one that everybody likes and knows, which is fine. But it's all good. All right, so this is Jordan's favorite, A Walk in the Woods.
I fucking love it.
Is that the one with Nick Nolte?
Walk in the Woods. Good.
Yeah. And Indianapolis, it's a racing movie with Paul Newman that they're in there. So Malcolm.
Yeah, I haven't seen Indianapolis, but A Walk in the Woods was one of the movies that I watched for this, and I didn't realize this was a comedy.
Yeah, right.
Just because it had Robert Redford in it, because I noticed in a few sort of comedies, but I didn't realize this was like extremely funny. It's got like a few recognizable people in there as well. You got like Nick Often pops up at one point. You've got
he's the REI guy.
But yeah, I mean it's one of those ones like I've vaguely heard of the author Paul Bryson, which I think is the one Robert Redford plays. But But yeah, I thought it was a really good movie. I haven't seen Indianapolis, but I'm gonna go Walk in the Woods.
Yeah, Austin.
Yeah, I haven't seen either. I know of Indianapolis because Adam Carolla talks about this all the time. He loved like Paul Newman's racing movie. He talks about it a lot. And Paul Newman was involved in a lot of real life racing because of this movie. Up until his death, he had like his own sponsored thing out in California or something. But yeah, I know Jordan. I've been pushing All Is Lost. I know you've been pushing this movie. So had I watched, had I had time to watch one, I know had I had time to watch one. I just didn't have literally any time to watch anything this past weekend. I would have watched that one because it's on Netflix. I definitely would have checked it out. But I'll vote for it. I'll take your word for it then. And I know a lot of people like this movie. So yeah, go ahead.
Well, yeah, if you love stuff like Grumpy Old Men and like that kind of thing of just like like old men just kind of bickering, but back and forth, that's really funny. It's really well written. And it's these guys that are going down the Appalachian Trail and they want to try to hike the whole entire thing. And Robert Redford's character is married to Emma Thompson. Emma Thompson keeps telling him that he's crazy, but he wants to meet up with his old friend that comes into town, Nick Nolte. And like Nick Nolte, like is absolutely hilarious and that's just doing crazy things, just breathing really loud. He's just like, it sounds like he's about ready to like pass out. And he's like, will you shut up? And then halfway through it, they run into Kristen Shaw, and like her character's the most annoying character you'd ever meet. So they're trying to like hide from her, and they're like crouched down behind this big rock. But Nick Nolte's breathing so loud, he's like, shut up, you're gonna give us away. And like there's just a lot of good comedy in it, and like that kind of hiking stuff is like something that like is one of my like bucket list things. Like I really like to do either like the Appalachian Trail or the
Take a
what's the one?
It's gonna take you a while.
That's in California, the Pacific Coast Trail, something like that. Just like some of those ones. I think it'd be fun. Like either the whole thing or like that's a really daunting task. So even just like part of it, I think it'd be fun just to go for like a multi-day kind of thing and bring everything on your pack. So yeah, I'll go Walk in the Woods. It's good. So
well, not yet. We got to finish tournament fights. Jordan, you want to go barefoot in the park?
Sorry.
Walk in the woods? Save the outdoor activities for after the show.
A little dangerous.
Yeah, right.
Sure, you're not getting eaten by bears. Okay,
I'll go for a walk in the woods, and then maybe later.
It's nighttime, so yeah.
Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Richie, I would say for you, go for a walk in the woods, but
yeah. I'll
right.
go for a stroll in the woods.
Roll in the woods.
I know. It's okay. Richie's a comedian. He knows what joke I was making.
Yeah.
He's a comedian. He gets it.
Yeah.
I get it.
I get it.
He would make that joke. You normally say to anybody.
No, I've seen Richie's stand-up set. He opens with jokes about him not being able to do stand-up comedy, literally. So it's fine. It's fine.
You guys know each other. It's not anything.
He knows. It's fine.
I used to make those kind of jokes with my friend Doug, who was in a wheelchair that had spina bifida.
Yeah, they have a sense of humor. It's all good.
I've got a big gig tonight. I'm doing a gig with Steve Hofstetter, so that's gonna be fun.
Oh,
nice.
Steve Hofstetter, nice. I've heard of it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, back to this. I actually know of it, the movie Indianapolis, because it's referenced in a documentary called the Lost Film of Steve McQueen. You should go check it out. It's an interesting documentary. It's narrated by David Letterman. It's about how Steve McQueen tried to get this race. Steve McQueen is a huge racing fan. And he tried to get this movie Dave the Champion off the ground, but and all the issues he had with it because there was another racing movie called I think Monte Carlo that was being filmed at the same time. But yeah, Indianapolis is referenced there. So I've always been kind of interested and want to check it out. Walk in the Woods has some in my bag as well, but I'll go Indianapolis here.
Okay.
Sure, yeah. Chris, what do you say?
This is an easy one for me. So Walk in the Woods is one of the ones that I watched today, and I really was surprised. Like I remember seeing trailers before, and I was like, yeah, it looks interesting, but it definitely blew me away. Like the writing was solid, the acting was amazing, like just all around it just was hilarious. Like so many quotable lines. Like probably one of my favorites is where they're laying in the tent at night and they hear bears rustling outside.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything else, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
And the way that the movie ends without spoiling it is like you wouldn't think it'd be satisfying, but for me, like it was oddly kind of satisfying.
It is a perfect film.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to vote for an Indianapolis because I have seen that one. I have not seen Walk in the Woods yet.
bet you'd really like it, Maria.
I think I would, maybe.
Yeah.
It sounds like I would. Well, you guys are talking.
Pretty
about
happy and like upbeat, you know.
Yeah, well, that's good because I don't like those anything.
Yeah, right.
Go jump off a cliff myself, thank you. But yeah, the Paul Newman one I've seen a couple times. Of course, my brother was into racing crap, and it was on TV and stuff. So I like it a lot. So I'm going to vote for Indianapolis, even I know it's against the odds. So
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
Walking the Woods moves on. We'll go down to A River Runs Through It with Robert Redford and Paul Newman in Slapshot, the hockey
Oh
movie.
no!
Dang.
All right, I'm up first. Yeah, River Runs Through It is one of the ones I've been meaning to get to because I do know of it and I just haven't got around to it yet. But yeah, Slapshot's great. Slapshot's a ton of fun. Yeah, really early. Yeah, 70s hockey stuff. The brothers are a lot of fun. And, you know, I mean, I know I'm being superficial here, but you get to see the mom from A Christmas Story topless in bed with Paul Newman. She has great boobs.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So you wouldn't expect it, but she does. But yeah, Paul Newman's awesome in this movie. And, yeah, it's one of those kind of quintessential Paul Newman movies you kind of have to see. So, yeah, I like Slapshot a lot. So there you go. Jordan?
Yeah. I've seen A River Runs Through It, and honestly, like, I wasn't that impressed by it. Like, I was kind of just bored. Movie about fishing. I mean, like, how exciting can you make fishing? It's just kind of like, well, like whatever. I don't know,
Life
but
lessons through fishing,
yeah, there's a lot of life lessons. I mean, Brad Pitt's good in it. I mean, there's a really young Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it, like one of the kids or something. But I think Slapshot, yeah, Slapshot's awesome. It's got a lot of grit, and it's got just like the hockey and the just the guys like being like a ragtag group that just are like super tough on the ice. And like I've always thought that like hockey's like one of the most brutal sports, the way people get checked and they got skates out there and they're really hard on your ankles and your knees and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Slapshot.
Oh, same director, by the way, of The Sting and Butch Cassidy. George Royale also did Slapshot.
Yeah,
so he made great movies with all these guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, I haven't seen River Runs Through It, but yeah, Snapshot entertaining as hell. I think I vouched for it way back when we did the winter sports or something. I think it made it decently high on tier ranker then because it's quite an entertaining movie and it's a different role. It was a different role for Newman back then, and it was it's great. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I'll go Slapshot.
Mm-hmm.
Something better than the sequels that would come out.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah.
Slapshot too.
In the chat, Leo Logan says that the Indianapolis also known as winning in America, I think.
Okay, so alternate title.
Charlie,
That's cool.
Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
Winning.
Yeah, right. It should.
What's his face from the MCU Thor? Is that winning? Is he in winning or is that? Am I thinking of something else?
That's Rush.
That's
Rush.
Rush.
You're right. Okay, I'm sorry. You're right.
Rush is good though.
Rush is good.
But Chris, what do you say?
I remember A River Runs Through It being very painfully boring, and I feel like it was on TV all the time. But Slapshot is great. Such a good movie.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, but
well, I think the thing that nobody talks about is The River Runs Through It. He's not in that. He's just the director.
Yeah, I forgot about that until
I mean, because I'm like, you guys aren't really saying that.
You know what? It doesn't matter because Slapshot's going to win anyway, so who cares?
I know it's going to win. I don't care. I mean, I'm not trying to, I'm just saying he didn't perform in it, and I think that is a good movie a couple times, and then after that you can let it go because I mean they did play it a lot on TV. I've seen it. I don't even know how many times because it's just in the background, But Slapshot's hilarious. So yeah, let's go with it. Slapshot.
Yeah. Nothing.
Yeah, I think I've seen A River Runs Through It once. If I have, I haven't logged on Letterboxd, so I don't know.
No.
But yeah, Slapshot sounds interesting, so I'm gonna vote for that.
All right, nice.
Yeah, I think without Brad Pitt in that and then River
the other one
that
would
just be awful. It wouldn't be
well,
good.
Tom Skerritt's in it. There's a bunch of talent, but it's
like playing
Do we
like an
really care if
asshole
Brad
dad.
Pitt's a gambler and we have to go rescue him all the time? I mean, it's just
Yeah.
Got Cat on a Haunted Roof. That's very early, Paul Newman. And The Rack with Paul Newman. I don't know. The Rack. We already talked about The Rack with the chick from A Christmas Story. No, let's move on to another one. Jordan?
What's a rack, Dad? Oh, it's a country.
Any thoughts on these, or is it going to be a coin flip?
My only thought is I've never heard of The Rack, but I have heard of Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. I've never seen it, and it's one of the ones that Bard, the AI that I talked to, recommended. So I'll go with that one for now.
I think I've seen Cat on a Hot Tin Roof in school one time. I think
the hack is about like some war guy that.
Yeah, he's in like a PW camp or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it has nothing to do with what that.
No.
Is.
It sounds like a sequel to The Hustler.
He gets court-martialed or something.
And the Rack. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah. Rack them up.
They didn't do themselves any favors with that. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Richie, any thoughts on these or just whatever?
But both these have like sexy posters, kind of.
Yeah.
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 I mean, are you attracted to Elizabeth Taylor at all? You know, early Liz Taylor, Cleopatra.
Yeah, they're back then.
Early,
maybe.
yeah.
I'll just because I know I'll go Cat and Hot Tin Roof, sure.
Yeah. All right. It's okay. It's whatever loses to Slapshot, so it's fine. We can just move through. Chris.
I'm definitely gonna go with Cat and Hot Tin Roof. I actually like the movie. I think it's really good.
Okay.
But I looked up The Rack, and it actually looks interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Maria.
I think The Rack. I remember it vaguely. I don't know when I saw it even. It's a long time ago. But I do know Cat on a Hot Tin Roof is Tennessee Williams' play, and it's all a bunch of wine and people drinking stuff. But Elizabeth Taylor is so beautiful. I mean, she's just so good. I just love her so much. But yeah, I'm gonna go with that one because I know it's iconic. I mean, you can't go wrong seeing that version of it. If you're gonna see this play, you only want to see it once because it's boring after that. But yeah, that's a good version to look at.
Well, so apparently they're both based on a play because The Rack's based on a television play by Rod Serling. It says, and the guy from
Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. Say
He
it was
wrote lots of he wrote lots of stuff outside the Twilight Zone.
Oh, I know that, but I didn't think that was it.
Weird sci-fi twist to it or some shit.
With their crazy boobs hanging out or something.
Yeah.
Malcolm.
Yeah, I've heard of the movie Chirac. I have not heard of the movie The Rack.
The Rack, yeah.
They both sound interesting. I mean, I'm more familiar with the play for Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, so I'll probably vote for that.
Yeah. Like I said, I think I saw this in like a drama class or something. I think I saw Cat on a Hot Tin Roof because I remember she's saying like, it's based on a play. You can kind of see it because it's very minimal sets and whatnot. It's very play movie. So I think I've seen that once. I'll vote for it, but it's fine. It'll lose to Slapshot in the next round. That's fine. Yeah. No biggie. No biggie. All right, cool. Yep. All right, let's move on to the next side. Hey, at least we're having some fun even with some of the blank spots.
Yeah.
So we're having a good time. And again, I think a lot of the right movies are moving on anyway. So we'll have more interesting matches next time. So
yes,
that's fine. No biggie. So it's all good. I got The Way We Were, which is directed, and again, one of the guys who directed a bunch of these movies directed that one too. I saw that. And it gets Charlotte's Web, which Robert Redford has a voice in. So
for real,
right.
I think.
Richie.
Yeah. When I was sort of trying to find time to watch one, I was like, the streaming service in Australia was like only had like a couple of them. One was Charlotte's Web. I'm like, it'd be weird if I watched just out of all the Robert Redford's filmography if I just watched Charlotte's Web. So
yeah,
I'm not under it. But yeah, I mean, I haven't seen I don't know much about The Way We Were.
It's another Sidney Pollack movie, but it's got Barbara Streisand and Robert Redford from the 70s.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay.
Together.
Yes.
So yeah, I'll go The Way We Were. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Chris.
I hate Charles Webb. I think the movie is absolutely painful. God, and that stupid ass song in there.
Say that to Wilbur's
No.
face. I bet you won't say that to Wilbur's face. You
I
wouldn't.
would.
You
I would say to Wilbur,
I would cut him
run,
to
Wilbur,
pieces
run.
and eat him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So you know what? I guess I'm voting for
Yeah.
probably the shittier movie with the Sidney Pollack film. So I'm gonna go with that one.
He makes good movies. I wouldn't
He
say
has
that.
good movies. Tootsie's one of my favorites of all
Sidney
time.
Pollack makes good
Yeah.
movies, man.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, he does. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And it is Streisand. You can't go wrong with that.
And Sidney Pollack's directed like a lot of like Oscar-nominated and Oscar-winning movies. Like he's a good
Africa.
director.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I'm wrong. Okay.
I like how your opinion changed within a few seconds. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
We
What a
barely
shit.
we made him
Man, he's the
see the
dog
light.
shit. Actually, he's all right.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the way we were is basically about the Hollywood, you know, the McCarthyism and people not being able to write if they were Jewish, that they were communists, they did all kinds of stuff to these poor people, blacklisted them, they couldn't write anywhere, but they did write, but they just didn't use their real names, and people hired them, and they did very clandestinely, and she's against it. Robert Redford just wants to just get along because he wants to be famous and do his thing. And yeah, they break up, and then they get back together at the end to say hello for a minute, and then they're gone again. But it's painful. I mean,
yay, depressing movies. Woo woo.
But then I watched it, and every time I'm like, why am I doing this? Because I know how this is going to go, and I'm going to feel bad, and I do every time. So anyway, he's beautiful in it. She's who she is, and she's got a great voice, and man, she sings that song like you wouldn't have it. But yeah, I don't really. I'm going to vote for it. But I don't like Charles Webb either. So this is really the you know, one of these catch whatever you call them type deals where you don't like either thing, but you got to vote with something. So I'm gonna go for The Way We Were. So
okay.
Anyway.
All right. Yeah, Malcolm.
Yeah, The Way We Were is one of those movies.
Malcolm, what do you say?
You're behind.
You're behind, Jordan. A little bit, about 3 seconds.
Yeah, The Way We Were is a movie that I've been always been meaning to watch, but it just sounds really interesting and all that. And it's one of those ones that's actually relevant to today, especially with people with differing political views and all that as well. And talking about Sidney Pollack directing Oscar-nominated movies, The Way We Were was Oscar-nominated for a few things.
Wow.
It was like Best Actress, Barbara Streisand, Art Direction, Cinematography, Costume, Score, and Song for The Way We Were. But I think I really like The Charlotte's Web, though. I think it's a really good movie, and I'm going to vote for that despite Chris.
Okay. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I'm gonna go for The Way We Were as well. That's one that I've been meaning to get to just as a '70s movie because I've been on my '70s kick.
Yeah,
and yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Now that you, oh my God, you're way behind Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's so.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna text.
He's
him.
like an angelic angel. He's condolating his wife. He's like, no.
Oh wait.
I know.
Okay. I'm gonna tell him. Anyways, yeah, no, that's what I've been wanting to watch anyways because I love '70s movies and
Yeah, you'd be depressed now. So
yeah,
there
no,
you go.
I hate a lot of '70s movies had really shitty, unhappy endings, and I'm fine with that because that's why I love '70s movies because they're like, screw it, I don't care about you having a happy ending. I don't care. We're gonna just give you whatever we're gonna give you, and I love that. So
There you go.
yeah, I'm gonna vote for The Way We Were. Jordan.
Well, I know I'm on a delay. I was trying to back out of a tab I wanted to read something off of, but I was trying to back out to the previous page without closing. I could have closed it and just got rid of the delay, but I'm like, whatever.
All right.
but
Excuse me.
But kind of like Roger Ebert's his review of the Way We Were, like one of the things he says is about a passionate, idealistic, adventurous, but insecure woman who falls in love with an inscrutable man with great style. I guess that's kind of like one of his lines.
Yeah.
Sounds
okay.
like a Roger Ebert thing that doesn't really tell you a lot about the movie, but well, sort of does, sort of doesn't. I don't know, but because I know that like she's the some kind of communist or something like that, or like works with
She's
for them.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
she's not really a communist.
She's a fan of Stalin. She's a Stalinist. Yeah.
She just opposes this blacklisting and so forth and whatnot.
Yeah.
And Robert Redford
Yeah.
just wants her to shut up and
He's
just
the
let him be.
all-American
You know,
guy. Yeah.
he wants
Yeah,
to
right.
get where he's going without any waves, and she doesn't. She can only do waves. That's all she can do. So
Yeah. So yeah, I way more prefer the Charlotte's Web from like is it from the 70s or 80s or I can't remember when it was released, but the animated one.
Mhm.
Yeah, and so I'll go with the way we were. Yeah.
All right, sounds good. I just found out that in the comics they've been doing a Godzilla Superman thing. Godzilla beat the shit out of and killed Superman. That's awesome.
Wow.
Weird.
In
No,
the comics, that's awesome.
I want him in Godzilla -1. I want that to happen in Godzilla -1.
I kind of feel like
Yeah.
if Godzilla and Godzilla -1 hit Superman with that nuclear blast, he probably would kill him. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
but he probably would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
Goddamn.
Godzilla developed with kryptonite?
the left
Yeah, I
hand
don't know.
gun.
The Left-Handed Gun. Yeah, it's another Paul Newman Western against Indecent Proposal. Yeah, a more recent one with Redford and Demi Moore.
Yeah.
All right, Chris.
Yeah.
I mean, Demi Moore is amazing. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with Indecent Proposal.
Goddamn right. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, she doesn't age at all.
And it's also Woody Harrelson. I mean, he's usually pretty good. So yeah. But
Agree.
sure.
Woody Harrelson? Did he get one of those too? No.
Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong one.
You gotta bring the Beavis and
If I get to vote as a girl, keep him out of there, okay? Just keep him out. Don't sit down wherever the fuck you are.
He said wood. He said wood.
Like, yeah. You know, once you teach him some
Woody-
stuff, but it's
Woody
not
Harrelson.
teach him an alphabet and a vocabulary at the same time. No, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, Maria.
Indecent Proposal was such an intriguing idea, you know, pay $1 million to have your wife for one night and all that stuff. But wow,
I kind of feel like nowadays, as strapped as people are for money, that'd probably be worth it.
you know, they sure got all the angst out of it they could and wrung that all out of there. It's kind of like melodramatic. Left Hand Guy, that's an old one. I don't remember it that well. I know I've seen it, but I don't remember it. I'll go with Indecent Proposal only because I just don't remember the Left Hand Guy enough to defend it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Malcolm?
And Robert still looked pretty good then. So yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen either of these. I'm kind of more impartial for the White-Handed Gun instead.
That's the sequel.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He loses his left hand in the movie, and he's got to switch to the right-handed gun. You know. Yeah.
Well, Paul Newman plays Billy the Kid in it.
They're
so-
experimenting with the way they fit in the hands and so forth. Yeah. Doing those grips and
Oh
whatnot.
my
Yeah, Billy the
god.
Kid. There you go.
What? Seriously?
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember but I've always wanted to see Indecent Proposal. I heard all about it, and I know The Simpsons parodied it at one stage, but so I'm gonna go Indecent Proposal.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, Indecent Proposal definitely fits in that. There was definitely a '90s subgenre of like those trash erotic thrillers, and yeah, I kind of
striptease and
striptease. Yeah, there was the one with Linda Fiorentino, her and like Bill
Oh,
Pullman.
yeah.
I'm forgetting the name of it. Like there was a
Forgot
whole
about
bunch
that
of
one.
Jade.
Is that the one where she's driving and then she drives it into the tree and the guy gets really messed up? She put her seatbelt on and he didn't have it
something
on.
like that? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
but there was a whole like trash genre.
Oh,
and-
is that like while you were sleeping, or what
No,
do you
no,
think?
No.
No,
I
Can't think
think
of the
Bill
name of it.
Pullman one.
no, I'll find it in a minute. But The Last Seduction. That's what it is. Yeah, The Last Seduction.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
But no, there's a whole bunch of those movies. This is definitely in that category. But I kind of have a soft spot for those. Those movies are fun, as silly as they are, and they're a good time. So this time I'll actually vote against the Western. I'll go Indecent Proposal. Because I got to think for '90s Demi Moore. Also, she was super smoking hot in the '90s.
G.I. Jane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, for the Left-Handed Gun, I'm just gonna read the synopsis here because it sounds freaking great. Like,
It does.
and this is what This is why I'm going to vote for it, because it says volatile young gunfighter Billy the Kid works for kindly rancher Tunstall, and they develop an unbreakable bond. When Tunstall is murdered by a corrupt lawman and his cronies, a distraught Billy goes on a violent rampage through the New Mexico territory. Billy finally guns down all the men who killed Tunstall, but in the process, he endangers the life of his old cohort, Pat Garrett, who doesn't take kindly to the kid's erratic behavior. That sounds like a lot of fun. Like,
there's a John Wayne movie called Chisholm that just goes over this whole thing.
Oh yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So maybe
What?
it's a remake. I don't know, but
I don't know. He has a Pat Garrett's there, and Billy the Kid's working for him, and Mr. Tunstall is the whole thing.
Oh wow, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's probably like a remake of that, I would imagine. But it sounds good. I mean, to see
Why
Paul
not?
Newman do all that, I'll go with the left-handed gun for sure.
I want to see Left Hand Gun, and apparently it is on YouTube.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
Do you have to pay for those? No.
Some of them
Normally, probably yes.
Some of them
them.
are free, but
Yeah.
some of them that are free aren't that great. But some of them are good. But yeah, I'm going to go Indecent Proposal because that's a sexy movie. Sexy.
Sexy movie.
Yeah.
And I would sleep with Woody Harrelson for 5 days.
Yeah.
I'd buy that for $1.
I haven't seen that for a while. Here's the synopsis for Chisholm. It says Cattle Baron John Chisholm joins forces with Billy the Kid and Pat Garrett to fight the Lincoln County land war.
Oh wow,
That seems a whole lot bigger than maybe this one particular show.
Yeah,
so, crazy.
All right, we got Paul Newman in The Verdict and Robert Redford in The Candidate. The Verdict, The Candidate. All right, all right. So we'll go to Maria.
I tell you what, The Verdict is one of the most excellent movies I've ever seen. I remember it vividly because he's a down in his luck lawyer, and he's done a bunch of dumb cases, and like he's an ambulance chaser type and so forth. And he gets this case. It's against, I think, a church or a hospital, something where they've lied. The testimony has been, something's been happening with it. They're not getting any money for whatever the victim is really being screwed over, and he takes it on. And there's a shot in that movie that I watched it behind the scenes because it's such a great shot. They come down when they're getting ready to, when the jury's going to say what they did, and they come down from the ceiling and they bring that thing down and they come right up into Paul Newman's face. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps just even talking about it. It's such a great shot. And I mean, that movie is just his redemption. It goes places. I mean, he's really hitting all cylinders on his acting. I mean, he's down in the dumps, and then he's cautiously optimistic, and he thinks he's lost, and then he's won. And I mean, I'm telling you, that is a great movie. I still think about it. I still think about that shot, especially. I don't know what's wrong with me. I have things.
It's on Max.
I mean, it's just crazy.
Looking up all the best.
Really good. Candidate. He plays the candidate. He gets manipulated by people because they want to do special interests and blah blah blah. Yeah, same thing. It really happens in real life. But that Verdict is definitely A1 movie. Top of the chair for Paul Newman. He should have got Oscars for that thing. So anyway, that's my opinion.
When I looked up all the best Paul Newman movies, the
didn't come
Verdict
up.
was always, it was pretty high. No, like it did come up. Like
I mean, it's just a tour de force. He's like in his 50s, maybe 60s, almost maybe. Yeah. He does a great job with it, and I swear to God, that shot will get you. I mean, it'll get. I've never seen anything like it. The way they brought it in and got right on him when he thought you could see his face. Despair. I'm not going to win. I screwed these people over. It's terrible. I'm an awful person. And then all of a sudden, there it is. So.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've said too much. I do that sometimes when I'm enthusiastic about something. So sorry about that.
Gosh, Maria, would you just already? Good Lord.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Unacceptable.
It's all good. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Quiet. Yeah. Just like they say in Cobra Kai when like Johnny wants quiet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. Yeah. But Malcolm.
Yeah, I'm surprised there was a lot of movies for this tournament on Disney Plus for both me and Rich, and The Verdict is one of them.
It's on Disney Plus.
Overseas Disney Plus is weird. Just know
Okay.
that.
Yeah,
Like, wow, they're really doing the stretch there.
Yeah.
I mean,
they combine stuff from Hulu and all that onto Disney.
I didn't know that. Oh, that's
yeah, I
interesting.
mean, it's essentially what you guys are getting now if the Hulu and Disney Plus sort of combined.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
That was just surprised me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was like, well, I watched it. I've been watching it for a long time, and yeah, it's really good. Like Sidney Lumet's just really good at courtroom dramas in general.
Yeah.
And yeah, this was just another really good courtroom drama. So yeah, I'm easily going to the verdict here.
Yeah.
Glad you've seen it. That's
Austin.
great.
Yeah, no, I've seen it. I've had this one on Blu-ray for a while. Blind bought it way back because I heard it was one of Paul Newman's best, and I like him. Yeah, it's a great kind of courtroom movie, a great redemption story. This kind of skeevy ambulance chaser guy getting one last crack at a really good case. Yeah, it's really good. And like you said, it's Sidney Lumet, who did 12 Angry Men, who did Network, who did Dog Afternoon, who did Serpico, who Richie got a great performance out of Vin Diesel with Find Me Guilty, who should do more shit like that.
Find Me Guilty is so freaking good.
So he was able to get a good performance out of Vin Diesel, so he can do anything. Yeah, no, he's great, and yeah, the verdict is awesome. So yeah, I'm definitely voting for the verdict for sure.
Yeah, so of the two of these, I've only seen the candidate. I've never seen the verdict, so that's one that I need to see. But yeah, like it's just kind of Robert Redford. He's like trying to run, but he's having all these problems, and he's getting manipulated by people. It's kind of there's a lot of that kind
like
of
real
stuff.
life.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and so you just get to see the whole like what a politician goes through when they like run for office, kind of thing. But the verdict sounds awesome, and I'm a big Sidney Lumet or Lumet, however you say it, a fan of his. Except for I am in like one of the weird ones that I think Dog Day Afternoon drags a little long in parts, but
Dog Day Afternoon, you think that drags?
It's so good. Yeah, because they're just like sitting in the bank for so freaking long. It's like
holding people hostage.
It's like get on with it. Just like figure it out. Come on, let's get to it. You know, kind of thing. That's
you can't hurry progress.
Hey, Jordan, Sidney Lumet does great people talking in rooms movie. Okay, he does good shit.
Which I love. 12 Angry Men and like that kind of goes on the whole.
He might have arguably made the best.
Yet Oppenheimer, nope.
He might have arguably made the best men talking in rooms movie ever.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he did that one good, where it's really interesting. But I get a little slightly bored. I don't get like really bored from Dog Day Afternoon, but just a little in the middle. But I'll go with the verdict here because the candidate's good, but I mean the verdict sounds like really good and probably better. So I'll go with the verdict.
I thought it was excellent.
Yeah. Richie.
I feel like it's been forever and a day since I last spoke. But anyway, we go. But yeah. I mean, I'm not going to add too much to it. I haven't seen either of these, but the one that looks more interesting, is the verdict. And yeah, I think I'm really sold on it, so I'll go the verdict.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm Chris.
I definitely want to check out the verdict. It's on Max, so I'm excited to check it out.
For sure. All right, cool.
Awesome.
There's a lot of these movies over here on HBO Max. I watched Butch, Cassidy and Sundance Kid on Max, and one other one too. But anyway, yeah.
I got Road to Perdition. Robert Redford's, I think, his last live action role, not Cars, but live action role. And Paul Newman, excuse me. But yeah, Robert Redford and The Great Gatsby. So
here's The Great Gatsby.
I watch All the President's Men also on HBO Max. Yeah.
Yeah. Malcolm.
So I randomly actually watched The Great Gatsby a few weeks ago because I just hired a whole bunch of movies from Lopez. Like, I actually like the Baz Luhrmann version of Great Gatsby. I'll check out another different version. I didn't like it as much as the Baz Luhrmann one, but I do like the Road to Perdition enough, so I'm going to go Road to Perdition.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, this Great Gatsby is one I saw in school, and then I remember it being pretty damn boring. But it was better than schoolwork, so I watched it. But Road to Perdition, I'm not as high on as like everybody else in this film community seems to be on. I do think it's a good movie. Like it's good, but
It's a comic book, isn't it? Isn't it based on a comic
it's
book?
a graphic novel. Yeah, it's based
Okay.
on one.
I didn't know that.
So yeah, I mean, Paul Newman's probably the best thing about it. I think Tom Hanks is miscast. That's just me personally, but I never buy him as like a hitman. I'm not afraid of Tom Hanks. I'm sorry, I'm not. I don't buy Tom. I don't buy Tom Hanks with like a Tommy gun. I just don't. It's weird. So yeah, I that's the one thing I think he's miscast. But I still think the movie's good, so I'll go Road to Perdition.
But my Tommy gun don't,
Yeah,
let him do like the math stuff. But I think that the Road to Perdition is great. I actually really like it, and I feel like the Great Gatsby, like those movies are like a vibe. I know people who just like love them. They think they're just like the greatest thing ever. That like I've heard people that throw Great Gatsby parties because it's like the whole era and like all that and like the way that they dress and all that stuff. It's not really for me though. Like I'm just not a Great Gatsby person. But I am a big fan of the Road to Perdition, and it's a Sam Mendes movie, and he's always great. I mean, and it's got Daniel Craig again, who Sam Mendes directed the last Bond movie, but or actually no, he directed what's the one did that one, and he did Skyfall. Yeah, for some reason it's based on my favorite one too. so yeah, he did that one, but yeah, I think that like Tom Hanks, I think that it works. It's not, you're not like, I totally get it. Like you're not totally just like afraid of Tom Hanks. Like it's like he just played way too many nice guy roles. Like he's like America's dad or uncle or whatever you want to say. But yeah, I'll still give it to Road to Perdition. I think it's really good, and I like the young Tyler Hoechlin who went on to play like the TV Superman. So yeah.
Rich.
Yeah, I think I've seen Great Gatsby ages ago. I do prefer the Baz Luhrmann one. And Road to Perdition, I'm sort of with Austin. I don't like it as much as people in this community, but I think it's still good. So I'll go Road to Perdition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Chris.
I actually really like The Great Gatsby, the book, but the original Great Gatsby movie with the Robert Redford's painful, but the Baz Luhrmann version is amazing. Movie's so damn good. I just got it on 4K. But you know what? I got to vote for Road Perdition. I think it's a solid story. I think amazing music. Like, I love to get to see Paul Newman in there. I love to get to see Jude Law as kind of the bad guy in there. Yeah. As a protagonist, I think it's just a freaking amazing movie. Yeah. And the soundtrack is incredible.
Oh yeah, for sure. Maria.
Great Gatsby, boring, long. Books, I didn't like it either.
Not as long as The Horse Whisperer, though.
Man, you're right. You're right. Fun fact.
Probably more boring. So.
Fun fact: we were in Chicago when they were filming Road to Perdition, and we saw Paul Newman. We were walking across a crosswalk, and they were in a car right beside it, and I went, Paul Newman.
Oh, dang!
Oh, that's so cool.
We kept on walking because we were afraid, we get in trouble or something, Because I didn't know where the cat. I mean, they had to be filming because they were all in period stuff, and it was a crazy old car and stuff. And I'm like, wouldn't you block this off or something? I don't know. Anyway, it was cool. I watched it. I think it's okay. I got my, I got called ignorant last time. I said Tom Hanks movies. I only like him in roles that I know he can fit. I don't like to watch him as a villain or a crazy person, so I'm not happy about that. But anyway, I picked that one because I can't stand The Great Gatsby. So there you go.
Yeah.
All right. And all right, going down to Message in a Bottle, one of Paul Newman's later ones as well. And The Chase with Redford and Marlon Brando. Directed again by one of the same guy. A lot of these guys did the same directors over and over again. The Chase was like the same guy that did one of the earlier ones we just talked about. I got to look it up, but hang on. And he did. I want to say, which one did he do that we already talked about? I gotta look.
Well, I mean, unrelated, he did the 60s Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, he did Bonnie and Clyde. He did the left-handed
Yeah.
gun. Yeah, that's the one we already talked about. Yeah. But he also did Bonnie and Clyde, which Bonnie and Clyde's great.
Good.
Yeah, that was really
Yeah, no, and yeah, it's on me, and that might be what puts it over on the Chase for me, like just because it's the same director as Bonnie and Clyde, so I'm more likely to probably go and watch that. I saw Mr. Jabal like one time, half on TV or something. I was like, the Paul Nimbus stuff was the other thing. I was like, whatever. I mean, it's Diane Lane, right? Like I like Diane Lane, but whatever. I'll go with the Chase.
Yeah. So I'm just curious. Is there anyone out there that actually enjoys eating candy canes? I got all these candy canes. I'm just eating them. Just like I don't even know if I even like it.
I love candy canes.
There was
They're
They're better for decoration.
There was literally a candy one. What is it? Starburst candy canes are pretty good.
Oh yeah, yeah. They got those. This one tastes like strawberry or something.
Those Jolly Rancher candy canes that are good. If you get those novelty ones, they're good.
Yeah, but I'll probably give it to the Chase here. I mean, it's got Jane Fonda in it too. She's always good. And also Marlon Brando. And yeah, I'm not that familiar with either one of them, so just by default, I'll just give it to the Chase. Okay. But, Richie.
Yeah, Message in a Bottle is another Nicholas Sparks adaptation. So he's got.
Yep.
Oh, it is.
Well, at least the poster fits that aesthetic of the Nicholas Sparks movies.
Yeah,
it's always somebody hugging.
Got two under his belt. Yeah. I remember like it being on Dad's video store. I never had the inclination to watch it though. I don't even think it was that popular. I don't think it was rented out that often. The Chase looks more interesting, so I'll go the Chase because I like Brando, I like Fonda, and I'll go Chase.
I can tell you the synopsis for every single Nicholas Sparks of a movie. There's two people from like totally different walks of life. They happen on each other, and then they fall for each other. Either one of them gets really sick, or for some reason they just can't be together, and they have to be separate for a long time. And then they have some big like reuniting, like that like brings them back together, and they're able to live happily ever after. And then some of them have a weird twist. Like I think there's one where like the like a person ends up being a ghost or some stupid like that. I don't know. Yeah. so yeah, they're really weird. So, but Chris, what do you say?
I'm gonna go with the Chase. Sounds really awesome, and I actually have a Jane Fonda's autograph.
Hey.
Oh, nice. That's cool. Nice. How'd you get that? Was that from your dad?
No, that was a collection of autographs that were turned into the Eagle Museum at one point that nobody wanted. My mom picked them up for me.
Oh, dang. That's awesome. Yeah. Cool.
I think my mom has her autograph too because she went to a conference once where she was speaking.
That's cool.
She signed a book. She signed an autobiography book.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Maria, what do you got?
I don't like Nicholas Sparks in any form, and I don't know the Chase that well, but I'll vote for that one.
Okay.
The Notebook. The Notebook's okay.
The Notebook. Don't get me started on the Notebook.
I think it's fine compared to
Notebook's good.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm sick of him. He just writes and writes and writes, and it's all dribble and crap because he's
all the
copying
same
somebody.
stuff. Yeah.
Because that's what sells, Maria. You know.
I know.
Yeah.
That's sappy shit.
Purist as I am. Not really.
Malcolm.
Robin Wright is the female lead in Message in Bold.
I know. I looked it up. I'm getting confused with Under the Tuscan Sun. They have like the same poster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except they're like cuddled up on
Robin,
an Italian cafe.
Robin Wright, who plays Jenny in Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Like Before Sunset. Got the same sort of vibe.
Right.
It was Robin Wright before she found her pen.
And then lost it.
Right. Yeah. Found it, yeah. Found it and misplaced it.
But anyway, I mean, I'm not overly like Message in Bold. It sounds interesting, but yeah, but it does have a plus. It is only 39 minutes shorter than the Horse Whisperer.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah.
But I'm probably just going to vote for the Chase. Probably more inclined to go watch that first.
Yeah, totally. All right.
Go watch the movie
Oh, he lists some movies on that poster that I'm gonna have to look up and see how much longer or shorter they are than the Horse Whisperer. Lawrence of Arabia, Bridge on the River Kwai, we already talked about. African Queen, On the Waterfront. I'll look those up in a minute.
But I was gonna say, go watch the Chase starring Charlie Sheen. That's right.
Did you
oops!
better movie.
I didn't know Indianapolis was the same movie as Winning, so sorry.
Oh, sorry.
The same. I didn't know it was the same movie. It looks like a different movie.
Yeah, right. It actually does. So what's the other movie?
Brewbreaker. All right, so Brewbreaker we'll put there because I fucked up. All right, so we got HUD versus the Towering Inferno. All right, so HUD was an Oscar-nominated Paul Newman role, so I think I did read that real quick. Jordan.
So I actually watched HUD for the first time. I didn't realize when I started watching it, it's like 3.5 hours long.
Shit, it's longer than the Horse Whisperer?
Yeah,
God damn,
it's definitely longer than the Horse Whisperer for sure. Yeah, but the movie, like, it's good. Like,
wait. Are you getting confused? I'm just looking up HUD right now on IMDb. It's 1 hour and 52 minutes. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah,
Maybe it felt like it was 3.5.
Are you sure it's an hour and?
Did it take you 3.5 hours to watch an 1 hour and 50-minute movie?
No, there's no way it's that short. That can't.
I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at it too. As like I'm seeing the same.
Is that the one where they're like he's in Texas and he's like a womanizing guy with his brother and like his dad dies in a car wreck or something? Is that the same movie?
Did you watch Mud?
No. I watched HUD, 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 and it had Paul Newman in it.
That's a good one.
Like, what's the synopsis? Let me see this here before I get my thing because I gotta see.
Could it have been a commercial for his
arrogant, womanizing HUD, Bannon, Paul Newman?
Yeah.
What?
Maybe it just felt long, or maybe there's like a director's cut that was long.
What?
I'm not seeing any director's cut
and
anywhere.
directors are probably dead, aren't they? That's a long time ago.
I'm just saying, maybe they released something. I don't know.
They didn't used to do that. We didn't know what a director's cut was until about 1970.
Yeah.
Well, it felt long, and like some reviews I looked up were like saying that it was that long. So I'm like, all right, well, then I'm not going to get through this stuff.
I
don't know.
I swear you
Weird.
Are you sure you didn't watch Giant, like the other James Dean movie?
No,
that movie's like 3.5 hours.
No, I'm actually like positive because like the synopsis is like the what I watched. But anyways, though, I understand though why the movie was nominated for Oscars. Like it's got some beautiful cinematography, just really cool shots of like Texas and like the plains. Because I lived there for a little bit. I was a missionary for my church there, and so lived there for 2 years. And yeah, there's zero mountains, but still like really beautiful despite that though. Like there's a lot of cool stuff. But
okay,
but the thing is,
seriously, the Texas epic, the Rock Hudson James Dean movie Giant is pretty much what you were describing. Is actually 3.5 hours.
I swear to God,
it was for sure Paul Newman though, like for sure, because everything that the synopsis says, like I saw it in there. Yeah, but
all right.
But I've heard better things about the Towering in Inferno. I mean, well, I've heard good things.
Hysterical.
I shouldn't say better, but I would just say like just good things about it. And like HUD, yeah, like maybe it even felt long because the movie's slow though. The movie kind of dragged. I mean, Paul Newman is funny in it too. He's kind of trying to like crack jokes and like be the womanizer with his brother, but then they have a falling out because their dad dies. But I don't know. I'll give it to HUD just because I feel like it had some really cool stuff, especially the cinematography is just great, and the score too. The score is really good. So yeah.
All right.
Well,
Richie.
Voting for a movie you may or may not have seen. I am literally looking at
I've seen it.
I'm literally
I've seen it for sure.
I'm reading the plot of Wikipedia to see if you of Giant to see whether
yeah.
Well, maybe it's a remake of that. I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, that threw me. HUD. I might like it's interesting. I might watch it one, but yeah, the Towering Inferno. Let's say that.
Simpson.
Yeah, that one. Not great. yeah, but yeah, this one's pretty good. I actually seen it. So yeah, I like this one. So yeah, Towering Inferno.
Yeah. Chris.
Towering Inferno looks pretty awesome. I'm gonna go with that one.
Yeah. Keep it short and sweet. Maria.
The Towering Inferno is one of the many disaster movies of that time frame, about 1974, 75. We had that. We had the Poseidon Adventure. We had, let's see, I can't think of them all. But the cool
Earthquake?
part about the Towering Inferno is Steve McQueen and Paul Newman in the same movie, and Steve McQueen fought tooth and nail to make sure his name was above Paul Newman's, and wasn't going to do the movie. And it took a bunch of people to go talk to him to get him to come and do the movie because he didn't like Paul Newman getting more press, whatever the hell it was. I don't know. It was really funny. But anyway, he ended up being the chief of the fire department, and they could not put out the fire because the fire was above whatever floor, and everybody was going to die, blah, blah, blah. And also, O.J. Simpson was in it, and he was he worked for the hotel, and he had to go rescue some lady that couldn't hear and her cat. And I don't know how that turned out. I can't remember. But a lot of people, some people died. Some people jumped out the windows. It was I don't know why it caught on fire, but there was a air conditioner system above it that they were going to drain down into it. And maybe that was going to save everybody. Oh, my God. It was really fun. Really fun. If you like disaster movies, it's top tier. I mean, they had Fred Astaire's in it. God, who else? Oh, Bill Holden.
Both the Roberts, Robert Vaughn and Robert Wagner.
Yeah, and
Wow.
Robert Wagner's a kind of a bad person, I think, or maybe it's Robert Vaughn. No, I'm thinking of Bullet. That's a different thing. Yeah, they had Bill Holden was in it. His daughter is some famous actress that's married to Paul Newman, but Paul is he built the building, but they. The bad guy Bill Holden made him do the inferior materials. That's why it's on fire. Blah blah blah. But anyways, really good. I really love it. HUD is long and boring compared. So I'm gonna go for the Towering Inferno since I've seen it about 1 billion times. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently it's not 3 hours long. It's only an hour or so.
Well, it got to be less than the Horse Whisperer.
Towering Inferno is 4 minutes shorter than the Horse Whisperer. It's
there you
2
go.
hours and 45. Yeah.
There's lots of action, and lots of people dying and shit. So
Yeah.
Malcolm.
Well, yeah, Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those ones. I find it funny that people say Towering Inferno is shorter than HUD because it's actually a longer movie out of the two.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen either of these. If I was to pick one of them, I'd probably pick Towering Inferno. So yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, no, I'll go with Towering Inferno because I've seen it, and I like a lot of those 70s disaster movies like Earthquake and
Earthquake too. I forgot about that.
And it's awesome, yeah, because they always were these long movies, but it's because they had everybody in them. These crazy many
and they all had to have scenes.
And we got to set them up for an hour before we do anything. So it's fine. So if you get through that, it's good. But yeah, I like the Towering Inferno. It's a good time, so I'll go with that. All right. Go down to Up Close and Personal. Redford, Michelle Pfeiffer. Apparently, it's sensational, and Redford and Pfeiffer turn up the heat.
Wow,
that movie is
sounds sexy. And Old Man and the Gun, which is another recent Redford with Casey Affleck.
I think it's Redford's last movie.
It might be before he retired. Yeah,
I think it was.
So Richie.
Cool. I've actually seen Old Man and the Gun. It's pretty good, like an old sort of Western sort of movie. It's decent. Yeah, he sort of plays almost like a bank robber, almost like a kind of anti-hero. Like they can't can't give up fiction robbing banks. But yeah, and then people almost feel sorry for him because he's he's probably around town, but they still know he robs banks and stuff. So it's a bit of a moral quandary there. But it is a decent film. I haven't seen Up Close and Personal, but yeah. So Old Man and the Gun. It's not blow away, but it is pretty decent. So it's a decent movie to go out on. So I'll go Old Man and the Gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Up Close and Personal is another movie about the news. It's like Robert Redford producing it this time. So yeah, he's done a few of those.
All right,
but Chris,
Chris.
I'm gonna go with the Old Man and the Gun. I agree. It's one of those movies that is interesting, and I think it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Maria.
Up Close and Personal is on my list, along with Steel Magnolias and Out of Africa for the All Pain Day. If you want to cry yourself sick for about 7.5 hours, you do those
Really?
back to back to back because you're gonna be Up Close and Personal is Robert Redford is a journalist, Michelle Pfeiffer is a journalist, but she's not as good as he, and she's gotten some sort of bad press. But anyway, they get together, and he elevates her the way she takes stories and does things and so forth and so on. And she works for him for a little bit, and then she's a partner more or less. And he goes to investigate, goes with a group of senators and so forth to Guyana, back down there, South America, to investigate like the Jonestown type thing. And he gets killed in the trying to get out of there deal. And then we get to see Michelle Pfeiffer rise above the romance to become the best journalist in the world, and she gives him all credit and blah blah blah. It'll kill you if you like to cry. It's a good movie. If you don't like to cry, it's not a good movie. So anyway, I've seen it a bunch, and it's okay. It's good. I don't know the Old Man and the Gun, or I would maybe vote for it if I had seen it yet. But I will vote for Up Close and Personal because I know that movie very well.
All right.
Yeah.
Malcolm.
And Malcolm.
Stockard Channing's in Up Close and Personal. But I haven't seen The Old Man and the Gun. I haven't seen either of these actually. Up Close and Personal would have been the next one that I would have watched for this if I had more time. But just because I'd like to get up close and personal with Michelle Pfeiffer myself, I'll go up.
Yeah, right.
She looks real good in this movie too. Yeah. He takes that bait too.
Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, 90s Michelle Pfeiffer, I'd get with you. Yeah, no, that sounds all right.
90s Michelle Pfeiffer, I get it, yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it. She's coming off Catwoman, I get it. But yeah, me and Richie kind of vibe on movies, and if he gets The Old Man and the Gun a thumbs up for kind of a older Redford, later performance, I'm down with it. And that sounds more interesting, be like a bank robber type thing. So I'll go with Old Man and the Gun.
Yeah, I mean, what you say, Maria, it kind of sounds interesting about Up Close and Personal because I have a cousin who was a missionary in Guyana, and he like tells us all these crazy stories about like voodoo stuff and like possessed people that he had to go and like supposedly drive some evil spirits out, but like if you believe in that sort of thing,
Yeah.
But so like it sounds kind of interesting if they're going down there and getting wrapped up in Jonestown stuff. That sounds interesting. And I guess The Old Man and the Gun, 'cause I haven't seen either one, but he escapes from San Quentin prison in California, and then he's like on the run or something, and they're after him. So, just because I don't know, like Up Close and Personal after like reading up on it a little bit sounds interesting, and yeah, I'll go for that. And I kind of dig a younger Robert Redford here, so I'll just go with that.
All right, so we have our first tie in a while. So Chris, you got the tiebreaker on this one, huh?
You know what? I'm gonna go with Old Man and the Gun.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
All right, going down to Inside Daisy Clover, I think is what something Daisy Clover. I forget. It got cut off.
Inside Daisy Clover.
Inside Daisy Clover. That's right. Daisy Clover.
It's Natalie Wood is a
Yeah, and kind of a more recent one. Yeah, Lions for Lambs. The him and Tom Cruise and Meryl Streep, sort of 3-segment movie. Chris,
trying to remember what. I'm trying to remember what Lions and Lambs is. Isn't that spy movie?
It's got 3 different, like it's almost like an anthology movie because it's like one segment's like Meryl Streep interviewing Tom Cruise as like a young senator, and then like Robert Redford's doing something else in the movie. It kind of bounces around.
Oh,
like
okay.
A movie, yeah.
I don't know.
Something to do with Afghanistan.
It says, 2 Army Rangers behind enemy lines in Afghanistan who are injured set off a sequence of events involving a congressman, a journalist, and a professor.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know what Natalie. The second one doesn't even look.
Well, it's about a becoming star, kind of like a Star is Born deal. With, she's the ingenue, he's the, he's the already known talent and stuff. It's not. It doesn't go as well as Star is Born, but I mean, it's just.
I guess let's go with that one because I do kind of like Star is Born a lot. Actually.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say?
Maria.
Oh yeah, sorry,
Maria, yeah.
Maria. Yeah.
Sorry, I was talking. I'm just
Yeah,
wanting to explain
sorry.
that
Thank
movie.
you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Sorry about
Yeah,
that. I
No, you're
really like
good.
Inside David Clover. I've seen it
Thank you
a
for the
few
insight.
times. Yeah, and I'll vote for that one because I haven't seen The Lions for Lemon. I can't believe Tom Cruise and Meryl Streep and Robert Redford have been in a movie I haven't seen, but I'll have to watch it now. 'Cause I
Yeah.
get Tommy's my little, my little. I gotta hug him right now. He's in my pretend mind because he's such a little cute little boy. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, Natalie Wood also in The Candidate. She's in that movie too.
Yeah, she's the one who drowned on the boat, and they don't know what happened with Christopher Walken and all the other celebrities who were on the boat that night.
Christopher
And they
Walken.
don't know what the hell happened to her. If she got
Everybody
drowned
thinks
yeah.
Robert Wagner got her,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
think she just fell
It is
off the
true.
freaking boat because she was drunk.
Yeah,
Wearing a
right.
fur coat.
That's what Robert
gonna
Wagner did.
kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a famous unsolved case of what happened to Natalie Wood on that boat that night. Nobody
Yeah.
seems to know.
I think there's a documentary about it. I think.
Yeah.
There's tons of them. It's everybody's
Yeah.
opinion. Who knows? Only the
Malcolm-
people involved know, and they ain't gonna tell.
Yeah.
Well, they would.
Malcolm,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think Lions for Lambs could have been better if had they really went like straight anthology and like had like one segment, then go back to whatever the starting time was, the next segment, and then do it like that, and, as opposed to trying to like intersplice them all with the episode. Because when I watched this yesterday, like I did find it a little bit disjointed and confusing. I did really like the interaction between Andrew Garfield and Robert Redford as they were in that segment together, and
oh, nice.
it was pretty good. But I haven't seen introducing Daisy Clover, but it sounds interesting, and
Inside.
I'm not
Yeah.
with Jeff.
Yeah.
But just because it wasn't that high on Lions for
That
Lambs, I'll
one.
go the Daisy Clover one.
It's a pretty good movie.
Yeah. Austin.
I'll probably just go with Lance for Lambs just because I've seen it. Yeah, not all the segments are amazing, but the Tom Cruise one is actually really good. Yeah, his back and forth with Meryl Streep, like they get some
Looks like
heated
a
stuff.
very young Andrew Garfield in it.
Yeah, no, he's in it. Yeah, it's got a good little cast going. Yeah, Pena and Garfield. Yeah, there's a couple of good people in there. So I'll go with Lance for Lambs.
Yeah. You say that Daisy Clover one is like A Star Is Born. I do not.
Yeah, it's
like
kind of like
that.
you follow her rise and the stupid decisions that people make and so forth.
That's not a selling point for me either. I don't like A Star Is Born.
No, it's not a selling point for me. Those movies don't do much for me. And also, I haven't seen a ton of Natalie Wood movies. I mean, I just know her from like Miracle on 34th Street, or like I think she was in like Rebel Without a Cause and The Searchers.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of those ones, but not.
Gypsy. She's
many
got
of her
a
other
major
ones.
role in the musical Gypsy on
Okay,
screen.
but yeah, I haven't seen Lions for Lambs either. But the cast sounds really good, and yeah, it just seems like one I'd probably go to first. So I'll go Lions for Lambs.
Richie.
Yeah, haven't seen either of these, but Lions for Lambs has always been on my watch list. It's one of the few Tom Cruise movies on my that there's a blind spot for me. So yeah, I'm probably more likely to watch that before I watch the other one, which we all forget to keep in the title, Daisy Clover.
Yeah.
Even though I'm a huge fan of Christopher Plummer, I loved his work in Seven.
What's in the box?
Yeah, he's really good at Glenn Ross. Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
All right, we have another tie right after that one. So we go to Maria for this one. So she wants to put through A Star Is Born light.
I don't care about either one of them. But let's see, the tie, huh? All right, I'll do Inside Daisy Clover. I do know that one. I liked it.
All right, fair enough.
Is that like a prequel to Inside Llewyn Davis?
Yeah, right.
No.
It is.
But it could be, maybe. I don't know.
I got The Color of
Oscar
Money.
Isaac becomes a star. Yeah.
The Color of Money and Legal Eagles.
I like
Redford.
Legal Eagles.
Okay, Maria, you go first.
Oh yeah, Legal Eagles. I think is really funny, cute. He's very good with what's her face from Officer and a Gentleman. I forgot her name already. Daryl Hannah's in there as sort of like a
Deborah Winger.
Yeah, Deborah Winger.
Yeah, Deborah Winger, that's right. Daryl Hannah's kind of like a performance artist that gets in some sort of hot water. There's a bomb involved in another building. These two guys are opposing attorneys, or they were opposing, but now they're working together. Blah blah blah. He's more aloof and stuff, and got a kid, and then Deborah Winger falls up for his charm, of course. Who wouldn't? and so forth. And then they've got to solve this case together, and then they end up in practice together at the end. He's cute in it. He dances. He's very, very charming. She's pretty good. I like it a lot. And now, as far as The Color of Money, that's the sequel to The Hustler, and I didn't like it as well. But it's not a bad movie at all. I thought the first one was much better. But you're talking 20 years or so, between. So what do you expect? I'm gonna vote for Legal Eagles just because I like it. I'm not, it might not make it, but I thought it was pretty good.
No, I should say Legal Eagles is Ivan Reitman movie.
Ivan Reitman movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Good, it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, I've not heard of Legal Eagles. I'm actually a big fan of various Ivan Reitman movies. And I think Ivan Reitman versus Jason.
You should have seen it.
Interesting tournament.
We could do that.
It could be. Yeah.
If they have enough, Ivan Reitman's only got about 15 or 20 movies. I don't know if he has enough. But if we could find a father-son duo versus a father-son duo, we could do father-son versus father-son. Do Jason and Ivan Reitman versus another father-son director if we can find another famous one. Yeah.
There's definitely got to be one out there, yeah.
Carl and Rob Reiner, maybe? I don't know. Did Carl?
Ooh, there you go.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah. Did Carl direct a lot? I don't know.
I don't know. I shouldn't.
Oh, I've got it. What's his name?
I directed a lot of stuff.
Never mind. I don't know if his kid did all of it. I don't know. I'll figure out something out.
Yeah.
I think I actually think Color Money. I have seen Color Money. I do like it enough, but just because Legal Eagles sounds really interesting, and I'm actually really hyped to check it out after Murray hyped it up. So I'm actually going to go Legal Eagles here.
Yeah, it's cute. It's really good. They're very charming, all of them. Yeah.
Austin.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about Legal Eagles from a podcast I listen to about this movie. They talk about that movie a lot, so I need to get around to it. Yeah, because they both really like it. I've seen The Color of Money though. Obviously Scorsese. Yeah, I got around to it. I like The Hustler, so just because I've seen it, I'll go with Color of Money. But I'm interested in Legal Eagles. Like I'll get to it.
Yeah. I'm trying to see what other father-son directors there are.
I found an article, but it's not letting me get past the goddamn ads. There's too many ads on fucking.
Is that on Collider?
No, but
some of
the
those
next one
places
is.
are worse.
Yeah, but god damn it! Enough with the ad. I can't get to the next stupid thing. So I don't know. Yeah.
Are they tricking? They put next, and it's not about that. It's about the ad that was above it, and it's like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some father-son duos, but it's like one's done a lot and the other one's done not much. So, but yeah, I've never seen Legal Eagles, but I'm a big Deborah Winger fan. Like I think she's.
Oh, you'd like her in Hat. Yeah, she's really cute in that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and I also like her in that Netflix series The Ranch with like with Ashton Kutcher and like Sam Elliott.
No one else.
Oh. Yeah.
She plays Sam Elliott's wife, and like they're really good. Oh yeah, no one else. Yeah, the guy that got arrested. yeah, nobody else. He who shall not be named. but I have seen The Color of Money. Not quite as good as The Hustler, but I mean, I think Tom Cruise is a lot of fun in it. I mean, so I'll vote for The Color of Money. Yeah.
We could do father and son versus father and daughter. Father and son, Ivan Reitman, Jason Reitman versus father and daughter, Francis Ford Coppola and Sofia Coppola.
How about Ron Howard? How about Ron Howard and Bryce Dallas Howard?
Yes.
Ron Howard, yeah. So something like that. Father and son versus father and daughter. That would be pretty good.
Yeah, we could do that.
Mm-hmm.
But
put it on the list of 200 ideas we have going for tournament fights, Jordan.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
No, dude.
I got a whole note app of all.
It never ends. It never ends.
Yeah,
but
along with the one we came up the other day with Ridley Scott and Tony Scott versus the other fucking duo we came up with. I don't know, the brother.
And their sons. Don't their sons also direct, like Jake Scott and someone else? Like, yeah, I know they.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, they might. but what do you say here, Richie?
Yeah, I've seen Legal Eagles. I think it's fun. It's an underrated movie. And yeah, The Color of Money is good, but it's not like, yeah. I think it's like
not The Hustler. Yeah.
It's just kind of as far as Scorsese, it's kind of more like forgetful, I guess. I don't know. Even compared to his other filmography, it's good, but yeah, it is weird that it says the bigger writing in that is Cruise, The Color Money.
Cruise, yeah. The movie Cruise, yeah.
But yeah, Legal Eagles is a fun movie, and Ivan Reitman usually doesn't miss. So yeah, and it's a good movie. So yeah, I'll go Legal Eagles.
Uh-huh. But yeah, the one we talked about was the Scott versus the Coen brothers.
The Coen brothers, that's right. Yeah, brothers and brothers. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think father son versus father and daughter, that'd be pretty good because they both have heavy hitters. Yeah, each of them. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice. Chris, what do you say here?
I really like The Color of Money, but the Legal Eagles sound awesome. And Ivan Reitman's just a genius.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Legal Eagles.
Good.
All right. Fort Apache, the Bronx versus Harper. Harper does it better.
What the frick?
Yeah, I don't know. It's coin toss on this one.
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
Fort Apache, the Bronx. I have seen
What?
that.
Who's up first?
Malcolm, just pick one.
Eeny, meeny, miny.
Yeah.
You get it.
I'm gonna go.
Harper is another movie where he plays a PI. He did that several times in the 60s.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, just like the other movie.
Yeah. Couple Paul Newman ones, but
yeah, I'm gonna go for Harper does it better.
yeah.
Austin. Yeah, the Harper movie because it sounds like the other movie, which sounded like something I would watch. So that's all I got.
What's the other one called? Even Fort Apache something?
Yeah, it's like a cop movie. He's a cop, whatever, you know.
I wish I had an extra minute to look him up, but yeah, I'll go with Harper does it better, I guess. Sure, I've never heard of either one, so
yeah.
but Richie.
I just thought of another father-son duo, but the other son you might want to talk about, and I don't think they've got 32 each, but yeah, like there's John and Max Landis. But anyway,
yeah, but I saw that. But do we want to talk about Max Landis? No.
Probably not.
Plus, he doesn't really direct. He's just written stuff. He doesn't really direct. So yeah,
he just did Chronicle and Mr. Right. So, but anyway, yeah, I'll just follow the herd here and just go. With Harper does it better. I don't know. The other movie looks quite bad. It's something you'd see on Tubi. I don't know. Just
oh, let's see if it's on Tubi. I'll look it up real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, Max Landis did a wild interview once with Christian Harloff back when he was on Collider, and he was just like just spouting off all these crazy ideas he had for movies, and they were wild, just pretty creative. Like some of them I wanted to maybe see because they sounded pretty creative, but now we don't get to see anything from him.
Apparently, Paul Newman plays the same character in Harper in The Drowning Pool.
Oh, okay. So it's the same character. Okay, so it's kind of a spin-off or a sequel thing.
So maybe it'll go up against The Drowning Pool.
Harper's on Tubi. Fort Apache, The Bronx is so good it's not available for streaming anywhere.
What a masterpiece. But Chris, what do you say?
I'm going to go with Harper.
Yeah, the same character I'm interested. I'll get into the PI world of Paul Newman. Sure, the PI universe. Maria?
I'm trying to remember Fort Apache. I don't remember it very well. It must not have been any
Apparently
good.
nobody else does either. So
I'll go for the Harper one. Sure, why not?
Yeah, why not? We'll just move it there.
For some reason, Harper does it better. Reminds me of the James Bond. Nobody does it better.
Oh yeah.
Well, speaking of the Coens, we got the Hudsucker Proxy, and we got Out of Africa, the Sidney Pollack Oscar winner. So there you go.
Pain Day. That's one of the three.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm up first. Yeah, so these are two. Yeah, that I've been meaning to get to. I'm not much of a Coen Brothers fan. It's not really my thing.
Really?
Yeah, no, I like a few of their movies, but not a lot. And Maria, are you wrapping presents? What is going on?
Well, I'm wrapping one because I just got told he has to have it right now to give it to somebody. So I'm like, okay.
I was like, who is rustling papers into their microphone?
I know. I'll turn off my mic. There you go.
Okay,
sorry about that.
Turn off your mic. You're gonna wrap presents. Okay.
You're gonna send Austin to a fit of rage while you're rapping.
Oh my god, yeah. No, I'm sorry. I've got these headphones on.
Yeah.
All I'm hearing is wrapping paper in my ears. I'm like, oh my god.
I didn't think it was that loud, but I guess it
Yeah,
was.
it was for headphone wearers. Yes. Okay, so yeah, I'm in a conundrum because Out of Africa sounds kind of boring, to be honest. And Hudsucker Proxy, I'm not a Coen Brothers guy, so I guess I'll go Hudsucker though because I hear it's a wacky comedy, so I'll go with that. That's all I got.
I don't even know what Hudsucker's about. I'm reading the synopsis, and I'm just like, some kind of.
It's another legal movie kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It comes with like some kind of scheme that backfires on him or something like that.
Yeah, it's got a good cast though. Tim Robbins, Paul Newman, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Bill Cobb, Bruce Campbell's in there apparently. So there you go.
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't seen either one, but I kind of feel like Out of Africa is one that I would probably want to watch first, just because it's like talked about so much, and
we're discovering that.
And I think that it was like nominated for Oscars. You said, right?
It won Best Picture.
Out of Africa won Best Picture. Yes.
Oh, one. Okay. Yeah. So I feel like I should probably see that first, but so I'll vote for that. Yeah.
All right. Out of Africa.
Richie.
Yeah.
Man, I'm glad Maria's muted now because I think this was one way we can argue because she hated. I mean, she didn't like Hudsucker Proxy last time it came up, and I was on the panel, and I
right.
And I think Out of Africa is the most boring film to win Best Picture.
Yeah, but I mean, even looking at the Oscar contenders that year, though, Richie, it's like Out of Africa, The Color Purple, which I don't like, Kiss of the Spider Woman, Prizzy's Honor, and Witness. Seems like a pretty fucking forgettable Oscars, if you ask me.
Maybe Prizzy's Honor is okay. I mean, maybe Witness.
I guarantee I can look at 1985 movies though and probably find a better movie. Honestly.
Yeah. But I like Hudsucker Proxy. I think it's fun.
I don't know. How about a little movie called Back to the Future?
Yeah.
Right.
You could.
Come on.
Doesn't have that Oscar tinge to it. You know what I mean? But yeah. I like Hudsucker Proxy. It's fun, and I like Tim Robbins, as you know, and yeah, it's got a great cast. So I will go Hudsucker Proxy because at least stuff happens in that movie.
How about After Hours? After Hours rules.
Yeah. I know some pretty boring Oscar nominees, but like most of the time when they win, they're not bad. I mean, the winners, but like Mank anyone? Ooh, that's a boring.
That was enough nominated.
Yeah, but Chris,
I never thought I'd be voting for a Coen Brothers film. I actually did not know that at all. I saw the Hudsucker Proxy in a class I had, and I really like it a lot. Actually, it's a good movie.
Yeah. Oh, maybe Citizen Kane. That might be a like boring.
Citizen Kane is the most boring film.
Kane is
ever made.
That's still not boring.
Yeah, I think it's boring, but I don't know. But Maria, what do you think?
Well, Richie, come on. No, I don't like the Hudsucker Proxy. I thought it was stupid. I think that's a dumb movie, and I don't like Tim Robbins particularly anyway. But anyway. Out of Africa, however, on All Pain Day, Robert Redford is a he does his own thing. He flies from here to there. She and her husband come to live in the area where he's at, and her husband's kind of a milk toast kind of guy that he doesn't care about her as much as he should, and then she strikes up a flirtation with Robert Redford and hangs out with him a lot. And then again, Robert Redford, as he does in all movies that I want him not to be dead, he gets killed. So anyway, and then she goes to the funeral, blah blah blah. But it's a really good view of Africa at that time, and she had servants and so forth, and how they treated each other, and so on. It's a good movie. It's good enough. I just don't like Hudsucker. Sorry, Richie.
It's not a Sidney Pollack film, but
what can I tell you?
Everyone has.
Out of Africa.
This on Richie's favorite actor, Tim Robbins. I mean, he likes Nothing Left to Lose, or
Nothing to Lose.
Nothing to Lose. Yeah, Nothing to
Lose.
Lose. And then he's Shawshank. He's in that. So.
Yeah. Howard the Duck, man. Anybody? You know what I'm saying?
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck. Yeah.
But also in the chat, Leo Logan pointing out of Africa is 9 minutes shorter than the horse.
Oh fuck yeah!
Well, another good reason for it.
Yeah.
You can cry your eyes out. on
Oh,
all
by the
things.
way, substitute one of those movies for fucking The Breakfast Club. Come on, get the fuck out of here. Come on. You know? Yeah, what are we doing?
Dude, the Breakfast Club is
The Breakfast
amazing.
Club.
That's what I mean. Breakfast Club or no, I said The Breakfast Club or Breakfast should be in the nominees, Chris, instead of
Yes,
some of these movies. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely,
Anyways,
but-
Malcolm.
Yeah, Malcolm.
we gotta wrap this shit up. We're going.
How's
Yeah,
it
right.
not
Early
funny?
on and on this side.
Yeah, I told him I'm
Yeah.
2 hours and we're past that, aren't we?
We don't
Yeah.
want to go as long as the Horse Whisperer. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Yeah.
we did good on the first side. We're just going long.
Let's
on
just
this
go.
side.
Yeah, we're going long on this side. We gotta pick it up. Let's go.
But anyway, I think I've seen out of Africa once. If I have, it just didn't resonate with me a lot. I've also haven't seen Hazard Epoxy, but I've seen various clips and it looks really bizarre. And I actually think it might be one of the Coen brothers that you might like, Austin.
Maybe we'll see.
Like the Lady Killers?
Yeah.
Ooh,
But,
I actually like the Lady Killers. I'll defend that fucking movie.
I think
but
that
whatever.
movie is hysterically funny. I mean,
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
say-
Piece of shit.
so if he brought Swiss Miss along to the meeting,
I would
That's
rather
fine, I
stab
guess.
myself
Anyway,
in
I'm
the
voting for
eye.
Hazard Epoxy.
Yeah, we're done. We're moving on to the next one. All right, that's like a
Just go.
All right, 3 Days of the Condor. And Rachel, 3 Days of the Condor moves on.
3 Days of
'cause
Condor,
let's not be
definitely.
nuts.
It's
Yeah.
fucking awesome. And we're
Never
going
seen
down
it,
to
but-
Jeremiah Johnson. Somebody up there likes me. Jeremiah Johnson wins because it's fucking
Oh,
awesome.
God.
All right.
I have trauma for that one. Go
Even
ahead.
Jordan's seen that one. It's fucking great. That movie's
Yeah,
great.
Jeremiah Johnson filmed behind my family's cabin in Utah. So
Hey, there you go.
That's
Personal
fucking
connection.
cool.
So that's
yeah,
great.
which is awesome. They set up a whole western town.
So,
And all
fun
that stuff.
facts about Jeremiah Johnson. Captain America
Yeah.
Winter Soldier and Sweet Bird of Youth. Captain America Winter Soldier wins.
Exactly,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Sweet Bird of
I
Youth
was in a
is
hurry.
really, yeah, no,
Yes.
too much brains.
And The Natural versus Mr. and Mrs. Bridge. What the hell is that? I guess
The
The
Natural, definitely.
Natural, a little
And we're
overrated. I
done!
guess,
Yay!
Hey, party!
All right, there we go.
Whittle, whittle, whittle.
All right, cool.
Go,
That was
guys.
it.
Woohoo. Party it up.
All right, cool. Yeah, no, Natural's overrated, but still better. Okay, cool. All
Yeah.
right.
I can't believe there was the Sting 2, which is a thing.
The Sting 2, it doesn't have any
Really?
of them, I don't think, in
I
it.
know.
And they're not in it at
Yeah,
all,
they're
no.
not in it, yeah. All
Is that
right.
an actual thing? The Sting
Yeah.
too?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Weird.
Okay.
Yes, it certainly is.
Why
All
would
right,
you-
Hollywood.
This is weird.
All right, speed round
Hollywood.
time. Let's get to some better matchups here. We got Cool Hand Luke. Sometimes a Great Ocean. Cool Hand Luke wins.
Come on, Luke.
And we move
Yeah.
on to
Yeah, whatever that movie is.
All right, no, we'll stop. I promise. Downhill Racer and Drowning Pool. Jordan. We'll start with that one.
Oh, I'd
the
go with
two
Downhill
movies I've never
Racer.
even freaking like.
I know, but just
like
do
I've
it quick.
heard of. Of course, I got to go first on that. Let's go Drowning Pool. Sure,
All
it
right.
sounds better.
Richie.
Drowning Pool.
Yeah.
Let the
Drowning
bodies
Pool.
hit the floor.
Drowning
Let the
Pool.
bodies
Downhill
hit the
Racer.
floor.
Downhill
Bodies
Racer.
hit the.
Malcolm.
Downhill Racer.
I'll go Downhill Racer for the Gene Hackman of it all. But Malcolm, tiebreaker?
Ooh, something's got to
Downhill
be.
Racer.
Ooh, something.
It's okay. It's whatever loses to Cool Hand Luke. It's fine. The Sting and A Bridge Too Far.
Sting. Don't be
Sting.
an idiot, guys.
Sting.
The Sting. All right.
Yeah.
Sneakers and All Is Lost.
Okay.
We might vote
Sneakers.
on that. Maria talked
Yeah.
about that, so we'll vote on that. Richie, what you got?
Vote on it.
All is lost.
All Is Lost. Chris.
Sneakers.
Okay. Maria.
I don't want to watch
Sneakers.
the disaster movie thing you
That's
float
fine.
around the aisle about.
Okay. Malcolm.
All is lost.
I'll go All Is Lost.
I've never seen All Is Lost, but I feel like Sneakers just kind of drags. It's not that interesting.
Drag?
No,
It's
I think
fast.
I don't know. It's just
Good.
kind of.
You.
I don't know. He's a hacker. They're sneaking into that building. I don't know. It just doesn't.
Are you sure you didn't watch the wrong movie again?
No. Like I watched the.
Did you watch Hackers?
You actually want
No.
Bambi.
I've seen Sneakers like 5 or 6 times. It used to come on TV all the
I know Bambi used to come out on TV all the time.
time.
All right. What do you
Back
vote
in
for?
like
They have
For All
Bambi's
Is Lost.
mom.
All Is Lost. Okay,
Bambi,
so-
maybe back in like the 50s. Whenever.
Got the Hustler and
Your mom was
Hombre.
Hustler.
Hustler. Anybody? No Hustler.
Wait,
That's
what's
it.
the other one? I don't even know what that is.
Hombre.
Oh,
Paul
yeah,
Newman
that-
is a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the Hustler
I'm
rules.
glad he's a man.
We're weeding out all the shit that we don't care about, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Butch Cassidy and Malice, Butch
Butch
Cassidy.
Cassidy.
Let's not
All the President's
All the President's
Men.
Men.
Wait. Chris and Jordan really like this one. We got to vote on this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
All
right,
right.
hang
We
on.
got a vote.
All right, hold on. So we'll go Chris first. All the President's Men and Walk in the Woods.
You know what? I'm actually going to vote against All the President's Men and go with A Walk in the Woods. I really love that movie a lot, and it's obviously could be recency bias, but I think it's really freaking good.
All right, fair enough. Maria?
All the President's Men.
All right, Malcolm?
I haven't seen All the President's Men, but A Walk in the Woods is great. So Walk in the Woods.
Okay. I'll go All the President's Men. Jordan?
Yeah, I think the Walk in the Woods is great. I actually kind of like it better than All the President's Men. Yeah, I'll go Walk in the Woods.
All right, Richie?
All the President's Men.
Okay, and we got a tie to me. Yay, All the President's Men.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love that you just gave yourself a tie. You're just like, okay.
What? It
No,
was.
No, it was his turn. It was his turn.
It was my turn.
I
It was my turn.
was going to give you shit, Austin. I know.
We just gotta give him. We just gotta give him some.
I wouldn't lie about that. Malcolm had the last one. Right?
Yeah.
We're keeping our eye on him.
Slapshot kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Slapshot.
Slapshot and move it on.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
We're just getting down to what I
I'd
thought
take
would
Elizabeth on the hot tin room.
what I thought
Yeah.
would be.
And then we're gonna
the
vote
influence
again. We're
anyways.
just gonna just put.
Well, no, I mean,
We're gonna put them all through.
when I looked at this tournament, I was like, "There's a certain amount of movies that I think will get to a certain point, and then it'll get tougher." You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's certain movies that will go through. It is what it is, so that's fine. The Way We Were and Indecent Proposal. We'll start with Maria.
There we go.
I think I'd have to go with The Way We Were because I think people revere it more than the Indecent Proposal.
Okay.
I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
Malcolm?
Malcolm.
But I mean, if the way cost of living is, it'll be more than $1 million to rent a wife. But I'm still going to propose.
Indecent Proposal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go The Way We Were because I really want to see it. Actually, I'm on a 70s kick.
Yeah, like I didn't think that I liked Barbara Streisand until I saw. What's the comedy
What's
that
Up-
we've been
What's Up,
talking about
Doc?
recently?
What's Up, Doc?
Yeah, What's Up,
Yeah.
Doc? That movie's great. Yeah, so
Hilarious.
somebody just put it on at a party I was at, and like I really
Rest in
liked it,
peace.
so.
Rest in peace, Ryan O'Neal, who just passed away.
Yeah,
What's Up, Doc?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, rest in peace.
He was top of his game there, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Good
right.
looking. Yeah.
But I'll vote for The Way We Were. Yeah,
All right, Richie.
Richie.
By the way, I'll finish off this slide and then I gotta go. But yeah,
Sure.
and I'll go Indecent Proposal because to me more. I just can't escape that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Chris.
I can't vote against Demi Moore.
Okay, fair enough. Well, it goes to Jordan for the tie. So
Apparently, she has a $1 million, coochie.
Yeah.
Well, she might have it insured. I don't know, but I feel like I gotta go with The Way We Were. I don't know. I just feel like it's more
That's
like
fine.
highly revered.
I think it's revered, yeah.
The Verdict versus Road to Perdition. Malcolm.
The Verdict.
Yeah, I'm gonna go The Verdict. Jordan.
Yeah, like I haven't seen the Verdict, but I like Road to Perdition. I don't love it, so I'll go with The Verdict. Actually, I want to see it. Yeah,
Richie.
I'll go The Verdict. I'm more intrigued by it.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
Chris.
And I'll give some love to The Road to Perdition. I love that movie. I know it's not going to go through, but yeah.
That's all right. Maria.
Chris is all about
The
this
Verdict.
gangster movies.
The Verdict, I love it.
I love the
All right.
gangster movies. They're freaking badass, dude.
Yeah.
Got The Chase and Brubaker, which moved through on a default. Sorry. I know.
Oh wow! What the frick?
Yeah, because I accidentally put the same movie twice. That was my bad. But I mean, I was running short on movies anyway, so it's fine. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
All right.
He goes into prison doing corruption, and they don't let him out. They're supposed to let him out.
Okay, so corrupt prison movie. Okay, I'm down.
Yeah.
No, I'm up first, and that
They're
sounds
both
good.
prison movies, though. Like
Yeah,
true.
because
Prison escape.
one breaks out and the other one's in prison. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they both sound all right. Actually, I'll stick with The Chase. I'll go with Brando. I want to see that.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking at the synopsis quick during my 10 seconds. I'll go with The Chase, probably. Sounds more interesting.
All right.
Richie?
The Chase.
Okay. And Chris?
I'll go to The Chase.
Okay. Maria?
I'll just go the other way just for fun. Brubaker.
Okay.
Sure.
And,
Yeah, no, I'm probably about like half an hour away from finishing Brubaker. It's actually really good. And it's got a really darker role from Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
And
wow.
apparently Nicolas Cage is in the background somewhere as well. So I'm going to go Brew Baby.
I guess. Oh,
Okay,
all right.
no, fair enough. The chase goes through. We'll go to Towering Inferno and Old Man and the Gun. Jordan.
Oh man. I think the Towering Inferno sounds a little more interesting. I haven't seen either one, so Towering Inferno.
Yeah.
Richie.
I'm in the gun.
Man and the Gun.
Yeah.
All right.
Chris.
I'm gonna go with you know what? I like the Old Man and the Gun. I think it's a tight little film. I think it's really solid writing, great acting. I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay.
The movie is
Ray?
tight. I love
Oh, the Towering Inferno, of course.
Yeah. Malcolm.
it.
Haven't seen
Tight.
it.
Yeah,
Towering Inferno is probably more
tight, yo.
Towering Inferno.
Towering Inferno. Yeah, and I'll also go Towering Inferno. So
Because
Towering
I'm
Inferno.
gangster.
Yeah.
That Daisy Clover movie or whatever, and Legal Eagles. Richie.
Okay.
Legal Eagles.
Legal Eagles. All right. Chris.
Legal Eagles.
Okay. Maria.
Legal Eagles.
All right. Malcolm.
The Eagles.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go with Legal Eagles. I actually want to see it. Jordan.
Yeah, I'll go Legal Eagles.
All right.
Yay.
Sounds good. All right. Got the Harper movie with the Harper Cinematic Universe and the Hudsucker Proxy. Chris.
Harper.
Harper. All right. Maria.
Harper.
Malcolm.
Hudsucker Proxy.
All right. I'll go Harper.
Yeah, what are all these weirdo movies in this like quarter of the bracket? It's weird.
Yeah.
I'll go with Hudsucker.
I know all the awesome movies were on the other side. That's gonna suck.
Yeah.
All right, and Richie.
Hudsucker.
Okay, so it's a tie to Richie.
Hudsucker.
Hudsucker. All right.
Head
Maybe
sucker.
I-
You
maybe
head
I
sucker,
could've
Richie.
wrapped
You head sucker.
Let me do it.
Yeah.
3 Days of the Condor and Jeremiah Johnson. That's a good match. Maria.
3 Days of the Condor.
Okay.
My boyfriend took his new squeeze without cheating on me to Jeremiah Johnson. I can never vote for that movie.
Oh, dang.
Back in the day when it was brand new, like 70s.
Personal reasons.
Yes.
Man.
Yeah.
What a
3 days
bastard.
of
man.
3 days of the
Right.
Condor.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Bastard.
I watched 3 Days of the Condor very recently. It's awesome. I loved it. So 3 Days of the Condor. Jordan.
Well, I've never seen 3 Days of the Condor. It's a blind spot, but I have seen Jeremiah Johnson, and it's got a pretty funny meme, that one where they zooming in on like Robert Redford. So for that, I'll go with I'll go with Jeremiah Johnson.
Richie.
3 Days of the Condor.
All right, and Chris.
3 Doors of the Condor is brilliant, especially that brutal opening. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I would have watched it, would have had more time, but
No, it's all good.
Watch HUD for some reason.
Winter Soldier and The Natural. I'm up first. Yeah, Natural's a little overrated, so I'll go Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard.
When I saw the Natural for the first time, I was bored, so I'll go with Winter Soldier, which is great. But Richie?
This is the last one on the bracket, right? This is the last one on the side, right?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Winter Soldier. See ya.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he's on a hard out. He's on a hard out.
Thanks, Richie.
See you,
Have a good
Richie.
one.
Thanks.
Good night, Richie.
We'll see him on Lonely Marks on Thursday. Bye.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Chris.
I'm
Bye,
not as high
Richie.
on
Hope you
Winter
find your
Soldier as
dad.
everyone else, so I'm gonna go with The Natural. Even though, I guess, it is pretty damn boring. Though.
Okay. Fair enough. And Maria.
I don't think The Natural's boring at all. I love that movie. I
That
love
is
Winter
boring, but
Soldier.
you still voted
I
for
love Winter Soldier. But I don't think Robert Redford's that great in Winter Soldier. I think he's great in The Natural, though. I'm going to vote for The Natural.
Okay, fair enough. But the Winter Soldier got.
I think it's great as like a double crossing Hydra agent.
I didn't vote.
Oh, I thought you did.
I would
I'm sorry.
have gone Winter Soldier anyway, but I like them both just as.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I legitimately got confused there. I'm sorry. 'Cause
Shame.
Richie left it and threw me off.
Shame on you.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'll blame
Okay.
Richie.
So I know I'm
dare
behind
you.
on polls, but I swear I'll get to this poll tomorrow. I will try.
Well, I'm behind on like the recast stuff, like way behind on all that.
Yeah. So, but theoretically, the next winners of these matchups will be in the poll. So once I get to it, I promise I will try to get to these. But yeah, we'll start off for the vying for the poll spot and Cool Hand Luke and Downhill Racer. It's maybe formality, but we'll do it anyways, Jordan.
Yeah, Cool Hand Luke, easy.
Yeah, Chris.
Chris.
Cool Hand Luke.
Yeah, Maria.
Cool Hand Luke.
Malcolm.
Haven't seen either of these, so just for fun, Downhill Racing.
Okay. If you had seen Cool Hand Luke, Malcolm, you vote for Cool Hand Luke because it's awesome.
Don't have a failure to communicate here.
I mean,
Yeah.
I might have still voted for Downhill Race because I knew Cool Hand Luke was going to go for me.
Gotcha. That's a good one. The Sting and All Is Lost, Chris.
Oh, The Sting. I don't want to watch some movie with him floating around a boat somewhere.
It's good.
A lot of disaster type stuff, I think.
Maria.
Sting is way better. I don't care how good he is in the other one. That's a all-time great.
Oh
movie,
yes, all-time one of
Yeah.
the greatest movies ever made.
All right. Malcolm.
Haven't seen Sting. Haven't seen the Sting, but I really love All Is Lost. So All Is Lost.
Nah, I don't think it's boring.
No, I don't think it's boring either. But I'll go the Sting because it's a great movie and it has both of them in it. So why not the Sting?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Sting is freaking great. I've only seen it twice, but it is great.
I needed to get it on 4K.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, so we got The Hustler and Butch Cassidy. This could be a tough one.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is
Oh,
ridiculous.
jeez.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Maria.
Butch Cassidy.
Yeah.
Okay. Malcolm.
I'm coming.
Butch Cassidy was one of the ones I watched for this, and it's really good. So Butch Cassidy.
Yeah, it's a shame that Hustler isn't like over here with Hudsucker, like and can make it through because
I know.
that's what sucks. Because I'm a Western guy though, so I got to go with Butch Cassidy and another one with both of them that's also awesome. So
Yeah, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid blew me away so much that they're like, this movie might someday make my 128 or at least come close, and like it's a contender for like my favorite Western I've almost ever seen. Like it was that good to me. So I'll go
so good, man.
With Butch Cassidy. Yeah,
nice, Chris.
This is tough, but I gotta go with the Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid for sure.
All right. Yeah, it's a shame Hustler doesn't make it because it's really good. It's really, really good. I like
Such
the
a
Hustler. All the President's Men and Slapshot. That's another tough one where I think both of them could have made it. Yeah, I know. Why can't we put one of these on the other side also and have some of them go through? But oh well. Malcolm.
Haven't seen either, but Slapshot sounds more interesting. So Slapshot.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I'll just go with the fact that I've seen All the President's Men once. I've seen Slapshot like 3 times, so I'll go with that. This is Slapshot.
For me, I can name at least 3, maybe 4 hockey movies I like better than Slapshot. So I'll go with All the President's Men.
Okay.
Blasphemy. I'm
Okay.
kidding.
I mean, we're both big
great.
Mighty Ducks fans, Maria, so it is what it is.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks,
Oh,
Miracle, Mystery Alaska. There's
Miracle.
Yes.
Mystery Alaska. That is a
Yeah.
great movie and underrated.
It was awesome. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Chris.
You know what? I'm gonna use your reasoning, Jordan, and go with All President's Men.
Yeah, it's really good.
Maria?
Probably the best adaptation of that story.
All the President's Men.
I'm not mad about it. All the President's Men was on. I'm not mad about it. That movie's great. Yeah, all right. Cool. All right.
Slapshot's got his place.
That's fine. But again, if Slapshot was like over here with like Hudsucker,
It'd be crushing it.
Right.
Richie's not here. That Hudsucker project sucks. No, I'm kidding. I just did that because he wasn't here. I didn't know it bothered him so much.
Whatever those movies are over there. Yeah.
You got to.
All right. Let's go The Way We Were and The Verdict. I'll go The Verdict. Jordan.
Verdict is The Verdict.
All right.
Yeah. Chris.
The Verdict, baby.
And Maria.
The Verdict, baby.
Yeah. And Malcolm.
Well, The Verdict is in, and The Verdict moves on.
Yes, sure does. All right. Let me write it down real quick so I can submit my verdict later. Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. Got The Chase and The Towering Inferno, Jordan.
Oh, The Towering Inferno. Yeah.
Okay. Chris.
You know what? I'll go with The Towering Inferno on this one.
All right. Maria.
The Towering Inferno.
And Malcolm.
Towering Inferno.
Yeah, I've seen it and I like it. The Towering Inferno. All right. Inferno. Gotta write these down. Okay, there we go. All right.
Chris,
Towering
you
Inferno.
either look like you're about to doze off or you're having a stroke. You're like this. Sitting there,
No, I'm stroking my
whoa.
beard.
Okay.
Hudsucker Proxy and Legal Eagles. Chris.
What?
Making sure you're okay there.
Legal Eagles.
All right, Maria.
Legal Eagles.
Legal Eagles. Malcolm.
I kind of wish Had had moved on, so would have eventually got Had versus Hudsucker Proxy.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know if that would have happened, but
Yeah.
just because I'll probably go to the Hudsucker Proxy first. Hudsucker Proxy.
Yeah, I've been wanting to see Legal Eagles for a while, so this might put me over. Legal Eagles. Yeah.
Yeah, HUD's like pretty to look at, but it's not. It's kind of boring. But let's go with Legal Eagles. So.
All right, Legal Eagles. All right,
Legal Eagles.
And and a movie, Jordan, that when they were promoting Captain America: The Winter Soldier, they said was kind of reminiscent of 3 Days of the Condor. So putting up Winter Soldier versus 3 Days of the Condor.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is kind of reminiscent of that. But guess what is better? 3 Days of the Condor.
Well, hang on. It's not your turn yet. Just wait, Chris. Calm down. Jesus Christ. God.
Sorry.
Stop. Slow down. Maria's
Austin doesn't like when people go out of turn. He gets angry.
I know.
Yes, he does. I will go with the 3 Days of the Condor because it's really good.
All right. Malcolm.
The Winter Soldier, because I've seen it.
Okay. 3 Days of the Condor.
Yeah, the Winter Soldier because I've seen it. Yeah.
But Robert Everett's better in the 3 Days of the Condor. But anyways.
I was just saying.
Yeah, but
Chris.
But Winter Soldier's a way better.
3 Days of the Condor is a masterpiece.
I mean, I've never seen it, so I guess I can't really say that. But it's
you can't say that.
But it's so good. It's in my 128. So.
All right, 3 Days of the Condor got the votes, so there we go. All right, real quick, looking at the Elite Eight, I was going to count up how many Newmans and how many Redfords we have. Well, we have there are two crossovers, so we have both the Sting and Butch Cassidy, so they kind of cancel each other out on that. We got a Redford with All the President. We got a Redford with Legal Eagles and Redford with 3 Days of the Condor, and we're actually even because then we have 3 for Newman with The Verdict, Towering Inferno, and Cool Hand Luke. So we're completely split even.
Wow.
Yeah,
did not think that was going to happen.
So they basically each have 4. Yeah, they each have 3 solos and 2 crossovers. So there you go, as it should be.
Gods of acting.
Yeah. So so nice. Got a nice Elite Eight there with a representation for both. Yeah. So all right.
But can I just say that it's sad how many people I've reached out to? Like, you haven't seen enough of their movies to be on the show. I'm like, come on, you guys, we got to watch more movies.
Yeah, that is what it is, man. Hey, it's older movies, man. Jordan, you can attest that. It's older movies. You got to get
exactly.
And I was about to say, like, some of the people who would have some of the big talkers too, like Wolfman and Dan.
Yeah. Well, also shout out. I forgot to mention because a little late getting here. It's actually Wolfman's birthday, so happy birthday to Wolfman!
Happy birthday, Wolfman!
Yeah, and that's why he couldn't be here because they're throwing him a celebration. So
I get it, man. Go celebrate your birthday.
Yeah.
But Malcolm, you're up first, and here's where it gets interesting. We got the Sting and Cool Hand Luke. So,
if I was to pick between the two, which would go first? Cool Hand Luke, because I've heard a lot more about it.
One of them's in my 128. That's Cool Hand Luke.
Yeah, this one's really tough, but I think I got to give it to the Sting though. It's just it's so good. So.
Chris?
Definitely not hard for me. The Sting is just a masterpiece.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, Maria, down to you. What's it
Why
gonna be?
Did you do this to me? Okay. The Sting. I liked it a lot better.
Shit. I thought this was like the one tournament where I had a chance to get Cool Hand Luke into a winner's bracket. Son of a bitch. That's where I get the closest. Damn.
I thought it was really good.
Close. Yeah.
Oh, no. Well, no. Yeah, because, like, I knew Jordan, I was like, Cool Hand Luke made it really far in the prison thing, but obviously, like, Shawshank won. And I was like, it's not going to win in that one. And I was like, but the Newman one, maybe it has a chance in the Newman one. Ah, shit.
Maybe.
All right, we got Butch Cassidy. Butch Cassidy and All the President's Men. Me, I'll go Butch Cassidy.
Yeah, I'll go Butch Cassidy.
And Chris?
I'll go Butch Cassidy.
All right.
Butch Cassidy.
Butch Cassidy. Malcolm?
I'll go Dance in the Sun with Butch Cassidy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The other side, we got The Verdict and The Towering Inferno. Jordan.
Two I haven't seen, but let's give it to. Man, this is tough because like based on like what I would want to watch first, and it's probably got to be the Towering Inferno, honestly.
All right,
So
Chris.
I'm gonna go with the verdict because the verdict's in. That's the winner.
Yep, yep. It's in.
Maria.
Maria.
The verdict, please.
Verdict. And Malcolm.
So, very quick question: is the Towering Inferno the prequel to whatever the Saw movie was? That was to deal with the house.
No.
But I'm going to go for the verdict.
It's a good thought, though.
Yeah, and I'm also going to go the verdicts because it's one of his best. All right.
That's the prequel to that disaster movie with The Rock, where he's like climbing up the
skyscraper.
Exactly.
Yeah, skyscraper. Yeah.
All right.
Yep, that's his brother, basically.
Legal Eagles and 3 Days of the Condor, Chris.
3 Days of the Condor, baby.
Yeah, Maria.
3 Days of the Condor,
Oh my
baby.
God, is he gonna battle it out? No.
Malcolm.
Legal Eagles, baby.
Yeah.
Seriously,
no,
you son of a bitch.
3 Days of the Condor, baby. That movie's fucking awesome. Yeah.
I've never seen either one, but I would way rather watch 3 Days of the Condor.
All right, 3 Days of the Condor. Hey, this is a great Final Four here, though.
Oh my God, this Final Four is insane.
And interesting. I'll tell you why this is interesting.
Oh.
So we have the
Fuck
two movies with both of them on the left side, with the Redford and Newman, and then
One from
straight up Newman versus Redford on the other side.
Yeah.
So this is very
Ooh.
interesting. All right, very interesting. All right, Maria. Well, we got to go with the two that they're both in. So what do you got?
Butch Cassidy. I love this
Cassidy.
thing, but Butch Cassidy's the first time we saw them, and they were great.
All right, Malcolm.
Butch Cassidy.
Yeah, you know me. I'm a Western guy, so I edge it out to Butch Cassidy.
Oh.
Yeah, this was really close for me because when I first saw The Sting, it was like a 9 out of 10.
Come on,
but
please.
Butch Cassidy is a 10 out of 10 for me. That movie is incredible. So yeah, Butch Cassidy.
All right, Chris, voted for The Sting, I guess.
I like The Sting more, but I know that you guys all voted for Butch Cassidy. I'm not bummed by it, but I definitely like The Sting more. Yeah,
I get it.
Well, they're back and forth, and especially the stuff with the bike when he's like doing all the stunts on the bike and stuff, and then he just throws the bike away when they leave for Bolivia. They're like I forget what he says, but he's like, no, like essentially like nice knowing you, like get out of here and like
yes,
yeah.
The other side, so we got Newman and Redford, 3 Days of the Condor, and the verdict. Malcolm.
I really love the verdict. The verdict.
I'm gonna go 3 Days of the Condor on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a legal drama person. I mean, I will watch some like 12 Angry Men, and there's some I like, but like just on a blind watch, I've never seen either of them. 3 Days of the Condor.
All right, Chris.
just based on that opening alone, that I'm not gonna say because I know some people have not seen it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna vote for 3 Days of the Condor. Such a incredible fucking movie.
Yeah. Maria.
The verdict.
Verdict. Ooh, close though, but 3 Days of the Condor. So, all right, we got.
Oh my God!
3 Days of the Condor and Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid for the finals here. All right, here we go.
That's only two left. Okay.
Yep.
That's it. We're down to the two. Yeah. All right. All right. I'm up first on this one. Yeah, this is tough because man, 3 Days of the Condor blew me away. That movie was great. Oh man. You know what? Let's give it a draw though to both these guys because they're both great. I'll say Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd still like to know what the Condor is about 3 Days of the Condor. Like how that plays in.
It's his code name. Yeah.
It's an amazing spy movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it's his code name. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, this is Condor. This is Condor. Da da da. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. But yeah, I haven't seen 3 Days of the Condor, so it's Butch Cassidy. So
all right, Chris.
I gotta go with 3 Days of the Condor.
Okay, Maria.
Butch Cassidy.
Butch Cassidy and Malcolm.
Yeah, that's an awesome scene. Yeah.
All right, that's it. There we go.
Yay!
So Butch Cassidy, let's go.
Bombed it all.
So oddly enough, Jordan, Paul Newman versus Robert Redford, they both win.
They both win.
Yeah, they do actually.
So
It's a draw.
It's a draw because they're
Really
both
is a
in and they're
draw,
both
yeah.
great. There you go. So hey, fittingly enough, it's a draw. Why not? So there you go.
But man, there are so many great scenes after watching it for the first time, especially like when they go into Bolivia and they have a whole montage of just different kind of cool, like kind of artistic things, like all the stuff that they're doing down there. And then you have the final shootout, and you have the people coming after them. They're just like relentless. They're not going to stop until they kill them, and they don't.
Well,
So,
Jordan, you showed up late, so you didn't know this, but I played a Butch Cassidy scene before the show.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I didn't know if it was gonna win. I figured it'd make it at least.
Was it raindrops? Was it that one?
No,
he did the jump off the.
I might have to play that for the
the
post.
raindrops in your head scene.
Yeah, right.
No, I can play that after this, but no, it was the scene where they're on the cliff debating whether or not to jump off.
Like, can't swim. He says, "What? You're crazy to kill him. Follow, kill you."
And he's laughing at him too. You can't swim.
You can't swim. Yeah. Like, and then they just go like, "All right, let's go," and they just jump.
Got a belt and go for it.
Amazing scene pops up out of nowhere.
Yeah, right.
But just a little fun fact about Butch Cassidy, because I was using the Bard, the like AI. There's a short little scene where Paul Newman has a girl in his bed named Agnes. He like says something about like Agnes, and that's actually Cloris Leachman. Like I had no idea that was a young Cloris Leachman. She's awesome. She's like the grandma from Malcolm in the Middle, and also from For Raising Hope.
Young Frankenstein.
She's a she's in that too.
What's her name? Frau.
Fraulein, whatever. Yeah, it's good.
She has a horse noise all the time.
yeah, right. It's good. So, but yeah,
I love that movie.
That was fun to do some classics. Maybe we'll like cover like maybe 2 classic actors a year or something like that. Because I mean, it's fun to dive into it, but at the same time, it's just hard to find people in the community that have seen these classic movies. That's the thing. So, but we still want to talk about them. We still want to pay tribute to some of these older actors. So yeah. But you never know. Maybe we can find something for what's his name? From Casablanca. Now I'm like Humphrey Bogart to go up against. Yeah.
Well,
don't invite me.
I mean,
I'm not a Humphrey Bogart fan.
Well, I was about to say for Bogart, you could probably do Bogart versus Cary Grant.
As I said before, I watched.
Calm down, one at a time. Calm down. Keep talking over each other. Everybody's talking over each other. Malcolm, you were saying.
Malcolm, sorry.
Apologies.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you're going to pair Bogart with someone, or Bogart versus Cary Grant might be in.
Oh yeah,
that'd be
good. Yeah,
that'd be a good one.
Sure.
Cary Grant crush him, but okay.
I don't know.
I don't like Humphrey Bogart. Sorry, I lived through all those movies over and over. Treasure of the Sierra Madre, blah blah blah. Yeah, no.
Don't you speak ill of Humphrey Bogart in Chris's presence. Don't dare do it.
Right.
Oh, okay.
It's his favorite actor of all time. Don't do
care.
that. You're treading water there.
Yeah.
All right.
But another good classic one you could probably do is a Fond of Four, where you had to like Peter, Henry, Bridget, and Jane.
Oh yeah, you can do that too.
Yeah, the whole Fonda family. Yeah.
Do the Battle of the Fondas. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of it if we really like thought about it. There's a lot of them. So, but yeah. So that was a fun time. So I'm glad we got some people who had seen at least like half of the movies at least.
Yeah.
Well, again, I think the movies that everybody kind of knows and loves are the ones that went on, and we got to talk about those eventually once we kind of weed everything out. And, all the beloved movies. So we talked about them. We got there eventually.
Yeah.
You got some recommendations for some that you haven't seen that
are for sure.
Still pretty relevant. So
yeah.
I really want to see the verdict now.
Sorry.
So yeah.
That's what.
Well, go ahead, Chris.
I was gonna say, I think that's what I love doing this one is that there were definitely the movies that I hadn't seen that I'm like, okay, now I have to see those movies.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, no, if it was one that I'd signed up in advance for, because I did consider signing up for, because I do want to delve more into those 2 actors' filmographies. I probably would have caught up on a lot more than what I did. Because whenever I do these kind of topics, I always try to catch up as much as I can. So
Yeah. But to be fair, Malcolm was a late addition, so he literally only had like today to watch just like some of them.
Well,
He crammed in a lot. Yeah.
Well, at the time you asked me, it was night yesterday for me.
Okay, nice.
And a lot of the
Yes,
movies
that's
I
good.
watched was like literally less than 2 hours, so all shorter than the Horse Whisperer. So.
Right? Yeah. Yep. There's a lot of movies shorter than that, but yeah, that was fun. We'll just do some plugs real quick, and that'll do it. So we made it some good time because we kind of flew through some of those matches, but
3 hours, yeah,
So,
that's good.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's less than 3 hours.
Well,
Like
I mean,
2:48.
it's less than 3, depending on how long this plug segment takes. We can make.
I just gonna say, can I leave now?
Yeah,
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, if you want to go first, Maria, you can do your plug.
Oh, I have nothing to plug. I'm just here whenever they ask me if I would like to, and I say yes.
I'm just saying, if you need to go, you can go. We're done.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you. It was fun. Sorry, I didn't.
Yeah,
I'm
Merry
sorry, I don't
Christmas.
like Humphrey Bogart. I'm sorry.
You're good. Don't worry. I get it.
See you later. Bye, everybody.
Later.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll see you.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
All right.
But now we'll go to Chris. Where can we find you?
Gosh, I should be on top of this. You know what? So I know
Put me on the
over.
spot.
Yep. So probably follow me on. You can find me on Twitter at writer_84. You can find me over on Instagram at Casablanca Kid 84. And the last one I'll kind of promote, since I've been doing more stuff on it, is my TikTok, which I know I talk about a lot about it, but in the process of actually starting to kind of write an epilogue for our pirate series that we'll be working on and filming. So I'm pretty excited for it.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty damn epic. Yeah.
Cool. Yes. Sounds good.
Yep.
Yeah. Got some good characters going on. You got a cowboy character and then switch over to a pirate, So yeah. Yeah, cool.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, but Malcolm, where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Tape Productions. I host Rankin. Normally it's every Sunday, but we take a little bit of break over the Christmas holidays and that. We'll be back on January 6th with the annual top 12 movies of 2023 episode.
Malcolm, hi, Malcolm. I've seen over 100 new releases this year. Malcolm, hi.
Well,
I already made the argument with him before the show about being on that.
I've already filled up the panels already.
Fuck me, come on.
Yeah,
come on. You're gonna get people on there that definitely haven't seen as much as I have. Come on now. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, JPO claims he's seen about 130 movies. So.
Okay. Who else is on the panel?
JPO, Jacob Barber.
I've definitely seen more than Barber. Come on, his movie theater is like he's got a one-screen theater down the road. He doesn't get as much as I do. Come on.
Yeah.
Aaron Canole and
I've seen more than Aaron
and Dylan Randazzo.
Okay, maybe same as him, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Look,
Fair
all
enough.
I'll say is maybe I'll add a sixth person to the panel.
No, it's fine. I'm not gonna make you change your rules. It's fine. Yeah.
We'll have
I'm not
show
going
to
to
talk about it.
Well, then you know what? You don't get to be a part of our panel. Then when we do our podcast.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I wasn't a part of it last.
Yeah, I know. I know. It was me, Jordan, and JPO and Richie. I know.
Yeah.
Last time. We only do 4 anyways on our panel because it takes forever. But
Fair enough.
Which we don't really have our set, but I think Richie volunteered for it. But that's the only thing.
I'm sure JPO would be on there too. That's what we had last year, so that's what we'd probably do the same this year.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
But anyway, you can also find me talking about Oscar stuff that comes out, and on the Gone of the Rin, also, and yeah, I pop up from here time to time. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm sure though. Yeah, the best movies of 2023. That's going to be for us a 3-part series. So we do have Malcolm on for some of that, at least our series.
It will be at least the first part of it.
Yeah, right. Also, he's going to make the bracket, so for that, I figure we better have him on.
Yeah.
No, of course. No, I know. We'll still talk about
not at all.
there. Yeah, no. We'll still talk about those movies during that tournament for sure. So, no. Everybody will be doing their own little, best of the year shows and whatnot. So everybody who has a show, I'm sure I'll probably be on Chad's or something as well, something like that.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
So Austin, what do you have going
Yeah,
on?
so literally tomorrow, Wednesday the 20th, technically today for me, it just went past midnight. But yeah, I'll be on Brian Permis's Nerd Culture channel. We're doing another watch along. He's been doing a lot in the afternoons because he's got a new work schedule where he's got to work very, very early in the morning, kind of like me. So
Yeah, he's been saying no to being on a bunch of shows. I asked him for a couple, and he's like, no.
It's literally because he has to go to bed at like 8 o'clock with his new schedule. So so he's doing these watch alongs like 3:30 in the afternoon. So that's what we're doing tomorrow, 3:30 in the afternoon. But we're doing a watch along little commentary thing for Die Hard, getting in the spirit of the season.
Yeah,
nice.
Which coincidentally enough, Jordan, I got to watch in the theater last week because it was at my Rico all week. So
that's right. Yeah, they
got to do my refresher in the theater. So we'll be talking Die Hard. I'll break down kind of why that movie's so fucking great, throughout the movie, and we'll talk about it. But that'll be fun. We got Lonely Marks on Thursday night. We'll be talking WCW Starrcade 95, me and Richie.
Nice.
And then obviously I'll be on here for Tier Ranker on Friday. And then, me and Aaron Aaron Knoll speaking of him, just recorded the newest episode of his Battleground Countdown show. And me and him, so I think I'll put that up pretty soon, around Christmas Eve, I believe is what he said. We did our top 11 Scorsese movies, and we had a pretty different list, actually. So you should tune in if you want to get some Scorsese recommendations. Yeah, see both of our lists. We had a good time talking for 2 hours just about Scorsese. So yeah, tune in for that.
Nice. Yeah, I've been thinking about maybe doing something kind of top 10. We're gonna wait until we do our top 10 of the year for
top 12 of the year. You mean top 12 of the year,
12.
sir?
Yeah, we do top 12. That's right. Yeah,
just like Malcolm, because we rip off everybody else's shit
from Malcolm. But yeah, and then after doing that, we may dive into some other top 12 stuff. Maybe just make it a part of Podcast League now or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll do something like that.
Yeah, but let's see. For our channel, so we're a little lighter for Christmas time, but we do have a tier ranker Friday that's going to be best movies with one-word titles from the 80s, because we've done every other decade. So, which we have a couple spots open now, because I had some people like Dan Skip Allen signed up for that. He's working 2 jobs now, so it's hard for him to be on a lot of shows and stuff. So if anyone wants to be a part of that,
what day
Friday,
is that again?
Friday night.
Friday. Yeah, Friday night. So
I'm working 2:30 till no, I'm not. Nope, I'm going to see Aquaman 2 in theaters.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're going to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, have fun with that. And then you can find us on the social media at Movie Hero 2121 on Twitter and Instagram. I'm going to try my best to get because we also run the Short on Friends and Family group over on Facebook. I'm going to try my best to get the last 2 recast what we have for all of our picks for that posted, but I've been a little behind on that, but because we won't be doing another recast until January, probably like I'm gonna say like the second week of January, so it'll probably be January 8th. That'll be a Monday. We usually do on a Monday. We'll be doing Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So if there's anyone that wants to recast Willy Wonka, we'll be doing that. It's a little in honor of the Wonka movie coming up, but we'll be doing a little later just to take a little break from that. But and then we also pushed back our Wheel of Movies episode because we want Chris to be on. So he's going to be free a week from this Wednesday. We'll be doing a little post-Christmas episode to do some Home Alone, because you know me, I'm a big Home Alone guy, so we're just going to do a deep dive. We'll probably talk about both movies. I mean, maybe focus a little more on the first, but we'll get into the sequel too, But and then let's see. I guess that's all we really have to really plug. Just remind everyone, we do have a Patreon. So if you go to patreon.com/moviehero, you can find some exclusive podcasts, which we will be doing also the following week after this week. We'll be doing an episode of our podcast talking about some of our favorite movies of the year, but it won't be our top 12. They'll be kind of underrated, maybe one that people haven't seen quite so much.
Like honorable mention type stuff. We'll just expand on our honorable mentions, essentially. Yeah,
we're doing that. So, I got a few of them. And also this week, I've been like I'm trying to watch a lot of movies because I want to watch Christmas movies because it's the season. It's the season. But I also have movies from 2023 I haven't seen yet that I gotta watch, and then also whatever's on the 80s list. So I'm kind of going back and forth trying to balance it all out. So it's like all on movies this week for me.
I need to get a Violent Night on 4K. That movie's so freaking good.
Oh yeah, that movie's good. Which I just got a copy of It's a Wonderful Knife. I haven't seen that one yet, so I got to watch that.
I have not seen that yet.
I liked it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I heard good things, but and then just what we have. Oh, and then also probably around the first of the year, maybe just right after New Year's, I'll be posting more of our upcoming schedule on all of our social medias, but especially Schmodown Friends and Family. That's the main place we post the schedule, and then there'll be an extended schedule in the on the Patreon, patreon.com/movie hero, that'll go about 4 months out. So you'll be able to see that if you're a Patreon member, and you'll be able to hear our podcast too. All the podcasts that we've been talking about, they'll be live for the live version on the channel, so if you can catch it live, you can see that for free, and then it'll move over at the $5 tier, and you can watch them over there on the Patreon. So and that includes our top 12 of the years, but we will have it for the live version, like I said. So
well, we might do it live and then maybe keep it on the channel for like a day or two for anybody to watch it.
Yeah.
Then we'll move it maybe for the week or something.
That one specifically,
because that's a big one. We want people to see that and get their recommendations.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll keep that up for like a week and then we'll move it.
Yeah, for like a week, maybe something like that. And then
because that's a big show. We like doing that one. So
yeah,
it's a big deal.
Yeah, so we got that. And then just what we have coming up for tournament fights and tier ranker. So we got the 80s one word on tier ranker on Friday. Then we offer a Christmas. We'll be back the following Friday. That'll be our most anticipated movies of 2024. So we're talking about what we're looking forward to in the next year. That'll be a fun one because there's some movies that just got announced. Oh yeah, they announced it, but it's going to be a series, though. It won't be a movie, but The Strangers. They're going to make a series of The Strangers, I guess. Which I think it's going to be a series. It might be actually a prequel. I'll have to look into that. It might be a Strangers prequel that's on the.
I can't wait for the new Sonic movie.
So, but oh yeah. There's a lot of good stuff coming out next year. So yeah, but and then we'll be doing our best of 2005 ladder series. We'll be getting into 2005 because we've been kind of counting down. We started at 2022 and we just worked our way down. So we're down to 2005, worked our way down the ladder as we've been doing it. And then we have our let's see, we're doing Malcolm versus JPO for their favorite TV shows of all time. We'll be getting into some TV stuff in the next year, and we may even be doing it eventually, like probably not till midway through the year, but a tier ranker series based on like greatest TV shows of some type. We got to figure it out because to do all the TV shows of all time is a huge task.
Yeah, that'd
we got to break it down just a little bit because there's a million TV shows out there. But and then we have our best movie posters of all time, which actually that episode may end up getting postponed because both me and Austin are going to be out of town that week. I'm leaving for a vacation. Austin's going for a little mini
for a wrestling show down in Florida.
Yeah, for a wrestling show. So I'll be in the Caribbean on a vacation.
Gotta call it down the middle, Chris. Got to go down there and put my ref shirt on and call it right down the middle.
You know right.
Booyah!
yeah. So you can get thrown
so
to another table.
So we're
gonna
see Ref and Austin in there.
That's right.
Yeah.
So how do we get signed photos?
Yeah,
you can just ask me. I'm not hard to find.
Yeah,
I'll send you.
But the best poster movie, we'll probably do it sometime in like February, maybe something like that. We'll get to it. But we've got a couple versus matches. It's going to be Sam Rockwell versus Ben Foster, which I'm sad I'm going to miss that one because I love both those guys, but I'm going to be out of town. And then we got Johnny Depp versus Gary Oldman that we're going to do.
Jacob Barber will probably co-host that one with me while you're gone, Jordan, because he's the big Johnny Depp guy, so I'm sure he'll be eager to jump on that. Yeah, and
the Sam Rockwell, I'll just throw you guys some of my favorites that I hope you advocate for, maybe.
Oh, sure. No, I'm sure. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, but then around the end of January, on January 22nd, is when we'll be starting our Best Movies of 2023 series. It'll be a 3-part series because we want to cover many movies as we possibly can. So we'll be doing that on a Monday. Well, we decided to do it. I have it scheduled for a Monday, Tuesday, Friday because for some reason I forgot that there's some reason why we couldn't do it on a Wednesday, but I can't remember exactly why that is. But yeah, that's what I have it scheduled for now. And then we're getting back into our best movies with one word titles of the 70s, and then we'll have to decide if we're going to do a pre-70s one. We haven't made any final decisions if we want to do
I think
that.
I can try to. I'm sure I can put together a list for when we can just do one pre-70s one,
Yeah.
and I can throw some of the big stuff on there. You know, because throw Casablanca on there for Chris, and you got to throw like Psycho on there, Dracula, Frankenstein,
Clash of the Titans.
Oliver.
No,
Yeah.
that's not
Oliver,
one word.
yeah.
One word
Yeah.
titles, Chris.
Oh,
One
never mind.
word.
I'm a dork. Okay, yes, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, but just like some of those, yeah.
We'll figure it out.
So yeah, and then I'll just throw just a couple quick extra ones that I haven't mentioned as much. We'll be doing our next in our geek series is going to be best action adventure movies. So, and there'll be best action adventure characters, I should say. So because our geek series is our quest to determine the best geek character of all time. Eventually, all of the Sweet 16 will be in a big championship episode. That'll be soon. And then also me and Brian Nussbaum, we're going to be doing a tournament of our favorite family movies. Just throw them all into a tournament and vote on those. So I'll just leave it at that, though. That's kind of what we have coming up. And we'll get back into some mystery tier rankers and stuff, too. That is on the schedule just a little after that. So yeah. The mystery one's always when we spin the wheel and we get 64 of our mystery movies. So yeah, but yeah, that's what we have coming up. So yeah, a little kind of extended look into that. So yeah, but thank you guys. This was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Glad that we found enough people that actually were available to talk about these movies. A lot of classic stuff on here tonight. So yeah, but yeah, I think that's gonna do it. So. For Chris Scott, the Casablanca Kid, for Malcolm Lay, for Austin Pez Howell, for Richie Goodacre, for Maria Hammond, I've been Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we will see you next
Merry
time.
Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas.
Yes. Merry
This
Christmas.
episode is longer than Horse Whisperer.
That's
Yes.
true.